It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle's new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that helps keep your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington, your Napa Auto Store.
The Lovington School District encourages you to support our local youth. Lovington Wildcats fight through difficulties with perseverance and grace. Lovington has the best school district in Lee County and are Wildcat proud. The Lovington School District thanks everyone for the tremendous support and understanding as we continue to learn and grow through the ever-changing times. So listen up and join in as the Lovington School District says, "Good luck, Wildcats. We are so proud of you."
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called SmartHub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the SmartHub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the SmartHub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with SmartHub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Nowell Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Nowell Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Nowell Pharmacy, located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Nowell Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle's new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that helps keep your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington, your Napa Auto Store.
The Lovington School District encourages you to support our local youth. Lovington Wildcats fight through difficulties with perseverance and grace. Lovington has the best school district in Lee County and are Wildcat proud. The Lovington School District thanks everyone for the tremendous support and understanding as we continue to learn and grow through the ever-changing times. So listen up and join in as the Lovington School District says, "Good luck, Wildcats. We are so proud of you."
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called SmartHub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the SmartHub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the SmartHub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with SmartHub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Nowell Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Nowell Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Nowell Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Nowell Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle's new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that helps keep your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington, your Napa Auto Store.
The Lovington School District encourages you to support our local youth. Lovington Wildcats fight through difficulties with perseverance and grace. Lovington has the best school district in Lee County and are Wildcat proud. The Lovington School District thanks everyone for the tremendous support and understanding as we continue to learn and grow through the ever-changing times. So listen up and join in as the Lovington School District says, "Good luck, Wildcats. We are so proud of you."
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called SmartHub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the SmartHub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the SmartHub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with SmartHub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now has supported the local youth and city of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Nowell Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Nowell Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Nowell Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle's new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that helps keep your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington, your Napa Auto Store.
The Lovington School District encourages you to support our local youth. Lovington Wildcats fight through difficulties with perseverance and grace. Lovington has the best school district in Lee County and are Wildcat proud. The Lovington School District thanks everyone for the tremendous support and understanding as we continue to learn and grow through the ever-changing times. So listen up and join in as the Lovington School District says, "Good luck, Wildcats. We are so proud of you."
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Mac Chase Complex in Artesia, New Mexico. Lovington Ladycats softball from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. I'm TJ Miracle. Don Morgan on assignment will be joining us here shortly. Bob's Thriftway, Lee County Electric Cooperative, and Nowell Pharmacy. As we get the start of this one, sorry for the delay getting on. We had to wait an inordinate amount of time for the Artesia lineup. Apparently, they were getting that finalized. So the Lovington Wildcats and the Artesia Lady Bulldogs each come in at 4-0. The winner Hitting number 3 and playing third base, Angelina Corral. In the cleanup spot, playing first in game number 1 will be Alexa Bell. Batting 5th and catching, Sienna DePorto. Batting 6th is the left fielder, Annalie Chavarria. Batting 7th and pitching game 1, Lainey Udahara. Batting in the 8th slot, playing shortstop, Layla Hernandez. And batting in the 9 slot, and playing position 9, which is right field, is Anaí Reyes. For the Artesia Lady Bulldogs, batting first and pitching, Riley Crandall. It'll be Kenna Morrison hitting second, playing center. Kayla Apodaca bats third and plays first. Zave Warren bats in the 4 slot, plays right field. Bubba Aguilar catching and hitting 5th. So we'll finish up Artesia and we'll set them for you defensively here in just a moment, as Marquez will lead things off as the number 3 Ladycats take on the number 1 Lady Bulldogs, as Crandall, the Baylor signee, kicks and fires. The first pitch is going to be in there, called strike 1. For the Ladycats, going to be very important today to get to Crandall early and see if you can get her rattled. Center fielder Morrison plays off towards right field as Crandall kicks and delivers, and Avery takes a mighty cut, but comes up empty, and that will be strike 2. No ball, 2 strike count. We are just underway. Game number 1 of this district doubleheader today. As Avery steps out, now she steps back in. As Crandall gets her sign from Aguilar, kicks and fires, and that one going to bounce off the plate, and it'll be ball number 1. So 1 ball, 2 strike count. Crandall in the ring. Aguilar is her catcher. Apodaca, Morrison, Carlo, and Reyes, your infield first to third. Whitmere, Morrison, and Warren in the outfield. As Crandall checks the wristband, has what she wants, so she'll go into the washing machine motion, and the 1-2 pitch up high. Good eye for Avery, and we'll even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. About 57 degrees at first pitch. Wind is blowing in from left field. Matter of fact, right down the left field line. That can knock some things down today. 2-2 pitch on the way from Crandall. Swung on and missed as she took something off of that one. And down goes Avery, strike number 3. And so 1 down for your Lovington Ladycats. Honey Morales bats second. So Honey will step in with 1 down, just underway here in the top of the first inning. A little bit breezy, a few clouds in the sky, and that wind's a little bit cold. As Morales with the open stance, Crandall kicks and fires. The fastball runs up and away, and that will be ball number 1. 1 ball, no strike count. Should be a good matchup today. 2 top 5 teams in Class 4A here in the state of New Mexico. Each team with 4 losses on the season. As Crandall kick and deliver, Honey gets a piece of that one. It's going to go into right field, going back, and that one is gone. Bye-bye, softball. Touch 'em all. Honey Morales with the solo shot to right gives the Ladycats the early 1-0 lead. Morales sat back and Crandall hung that fastball, and Honey put that one out of here in a hurry. So the Ladycats doing what they need to do, and that's get to Crandall early, as Honey Morales will send that one out of here to right. And the Ladycats with the early 1-0 lead. We talked about it just briefly in our abbreviated pregame show. Going to be important to get to Crandall early and see if you can get her rattled. I was talking to Coach McCraw earlier this week, and he said they'd really been working on the types of pitches that Crandall can throw, the high heat and the movement. As Angelina steps in, will take the first pitch, strike 1. 0-0 ball, 1 strike count. Hick and the pitch, and that one's going to be up and in. Evens things up at 1-1. A 1-0 lead for Lovington here in the top of the first inning. 1 down, nobody on. Right at the start, front of the box is Corral. And the 1-1 pitch on the way, and that fastball going to come inside, ball 2. So the 2 ball, 1 strike count to Angelina Corral. Alexa Bell waits on deck. Crandall gets her sign, and she'll deal, and that fastball is going to nip the outside corner, even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. In the outfield, Morrison shading over towards right field. It's a huge hole in the left center field power alley. And the 2-2 pitch swung on, and that'll be a dribbler towards Carlo at short. She'll scoop it up, fire it across the diamond to Apodaca in time for out number 2. Score at 6-3 at home, and there are 2 down now for the Ladycats. So that'll bring the cleanup hitter, Alexa Bell, to the plate. Another one of those cases, if a mistake gets made by Crandall, Alexa will definitely make her pay. Slightly open stance in the box for Bell. Crandall looks into the dugout, gets her sign, and Alexa says, all right, let's slow this down a little bit. Of course, here at Mack Chase Field, it is artificial turf. As Crandall deals to Bell, the first pitch off speed, took a little bit off of that one and misses outside, ball one. A 1-ball, no strike count, 1-0, Lovington in the lead on a solo shot by Honey Morales. 1-0 pitch from Crandall, swung on, and that'll be a soft dribbler. Charging up is Ray from third. She'll get it and push it over towards Apodaca at first in time. 5-3 for out number 3. Cats go on the board first. A solo shot by Honey Morales as Lovington takes the 1-0 lead. After a half inning, Lovington 1. Artesia coming to bat. This is Ladycats softball on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle's new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that helps keep your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington, your Napa Auto Store.
Back here in Artesia, the Lovington Ladycats, 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base in the top of the first inning. We go to the bottom of the first. It'll be Crandall, Morrison, and Apodaca. That's 1, 2, 3. Warren bats 4th. In the 5 slot is Aguilar. Ray bats 6th. Carlo bats 7th. Morillon bats 8th. And Whitmere bats 9th. Udahata in the ring for your Ladycats. DePorto is her battery mate. Bell, Morales, Hernandez, and Corral first to third. Chavarria, Marquez, and Reyes in the outfield, left to right. So here we go as Riley Crandall steps in, the lefty at the bat. And Udahata in the ring. Both of these teams 4-0 in district. And the first pitch from Laney to Crandall will be off speed and outside, and that will be ball number 1. 1-ball, no strike count, just underway, bottom of the first. Lovington leading 1-0. Infield pretty much at their normal positions. Corral playing in a little bit over at third. Outfield is deep. And the 1-0 pitch, and took a little bit off of that one, kept a little bit off of it. And it drifts outside, ball 2. No 2-ball, no strike count to the leadoff hitter, Riley Crandall, for the Artesia Lady Dogs. Lovington in the road blues, Artesia in the home blacks as the 2-0 pitch, and that one just misses outside. Sienna tries to frame it up. The umpire doesn't buy it, and that'll be ball 3. A 3-ball, no strike count. Wonder if Crandall's going to have the take sign on. I seriously doubt it. And the 3-0 pitch, and that one is going to be away. Ball 4, and she will lose Crandall on a 4-pitch walk. One thing about this Artesia team, they can definitely bang. So they're going to try and do anything they can to take advantage of any mistake that Laney makes in the ring. So kind of the same for Artesia when they're on offense. Capitalize on the mistakes. The pitch, and Morrison will shoot that one, a line shot out into left field, and it's going to be misplayed by Chavarria. She'll get to it quickly and get it in, but it'll be a double for Morrison, and so Artesia in business now with runners at second and third, and their number 3 hitter, Kayla Apodaca, coming to the plate. So Apodaca steps in. It's Caden, not Kayla. Trying to decipher coach's handwritings is sometimes quite an adventure. So Apodaca, the first baseman, will step in. Nobody out. Runners at second and third. Udahata. A 4-pitch walk to Crandall, and then the double to Morrison. And the first pitch, Apodaca going to foul that one back into the screen. And that will be strike number 1. Beautiful morning for softball here in Artesia. A top 5 battle, really a top 3 battle in New Mexico 4A. The 0-1 pitch swung on, and that's a hard shot on the ground. Going to find its way through into center field. Getting to it is Marquez and gets it in, but it's a 2 RBI single for Apodaca. She shoots that one into center. Crandall will score. Morrison will score. And now it is 2-1 in favor of Artesia. So that'll bring Zavi Warren to the plate, the right fielder and cleanup hitter for Coach Polito and his Lady Dogs, and her Lady Dogs, I should say. So the cleanup hitter at the plate, nobody out. Runner at first is Apodaca. Udahar kicks and fires, and that one is going to be on the outside corner. Good pitch for strike 1. Oh, no ball, 1 strike count, nobody out, 2 runs across for Artesia as they've taken the 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the first. It's to Warren, and that one runs up and away. The riser rises out of the zone, evens things up, 1 ball and 1 strike. So it's a 1 ball, 1 strike count. Runner at first is Apodaca. Udahara kicks and deals, and that one going to be fouled on the line. Back behind the Artesia dugout, over by their bullpen, strike 2. There's Laney, not much of a strikeout pitcher. She relies on inducing weak contact. So a 1 ball, 2 strike count to Warren. With Apodaca at first and 2 runs across, nobody out. And the 1-2 pitch off speed, and that one is going to miss low. And even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So a 2 ball, 2 strike count, bottom of the first. Outfield is playing deep and pretty well straight away. Infield pretty much at their normal positions. 2-2 pitch, and that one swung on and fouled off the helmet of DePorto. So the count will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So a 2 ball, 2 strike count. 2 across for Artesia here in the bottom of the first inning. A walk to Crandall, then the double by Morrison, and the 2 RBI single by Apodaca. The 2-2 pitch runs up and away, and that'll run the count full to Warren. So 3-2 the count to the cleanup hitter Warren, as Aguilar waits on deck for the Lady Dogs. Udahara in the wind, payoff pitch swung on, and that's a chopper. Charging it is Hernandez at short, goes the short way to second with Morales, and they will get the lead runner. So they will get Apodaca 6-4 for out number 1. So Warren will reach on the fielder's choice. They get the lead runner. And there is 1 down for Aguilar. So Aguilar to the plate. And her name is Perseus. They have her listed as Bubba on the roster that we were given from Coach Polito. Now Aguilar into the ring with 1 on and 1 out. And the first pitch, a riser up top, ball 1. 1 ball, no strike count. On a windy day, we've got winds gusting up to 25 miles an hour out of the northwest. And the pitch, that one's going to be low, ball 2 to Aguilar. Now really, if it wasn't for the wind, would be an extremely nice day. You could crowd on hand this Easter Saturday. Watching a little high school softball. 2-0 pitch to Aguilar, and that one's up high for ball 3. I think Laney having a little trouble finding the touch here in the first inning. Or maybe the wind messing with her just a little bit as it comes across her from her throwing side. And the 3-0 pitch, and that one will be low, ball 4. Second walk of the inning issued, so Aguilar's on via the walk. That moves Warren to second, so now it'll be KJ Ray, the third baseman, stepping in for Artesia. 2 on, 1 out. And a 2-1 lead in favor of Artesia. As Laney gets the sign from DePorto, kicks and fires, fastball, that'll run inside, ball 1. Where's Artesia, a team of bangers? They can pretty much up and down the lineup. They've got pretty good hitters. So Laney kind of nibbling a little bit. The 1-0 pitch swung on, and that one is going to be popped up over on the right side. Alexa goes into foul territory, reaches out, and will make the grab for out number 2. So the pop out into foul territory by Ray, and there is 2 away. Oh, that was 2. I guess maybe that was 3. Huh. Oh, maybe, I don't know. Well, okay, I had that as 2 outs, but it's 3. But it's a 2-run lead for Artesia, no matter how you look at it. We'll be back in 1 minute. More Ladycats softball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle's new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that helps keep your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington, your Napa Auto Store.
The Lovington School District encourages you to support our local youth. Lovington Wildcats fight through difficulties with perseverance and grace. Lovington has the best school district in Lee County and are Wildcat proud. The Lovington School District thanks everyone for the tremendous support and understanding as we continue to learn and grow through the ever-changing times. So listen up and join in as the Lovington School District says, good luck, Wildcats. We are so proud of you.
2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on for Artesia. After an inning, the Lady Bulldogs lead our Ladycats by a score of 2-1. So it'll be DePorto leading it off for Lovington here in the 2nd inning, and she'll take the first pitch, shoot it out to center field. That one's going back, and it will bounce off the wall, and it will bounce over the top for the ground rule double. So the leadoff double for Sienna DePorto to center field, and the Lovington Ladycats going to be in business. Now to be Annalise Chavarria to the plate. So 5, 6, and 7 due up. DePorto takes the first pitch she sees and shoots it out to center field. We will have a courtesy runner in the ballgame, Chloe Corral for DePorto. And Chavarria will step in. 2-1, Artesia in the lead. Battle of Dogs versus Cats, a 1 versus 3 matchup. Coach McCraw going to come over, have a word with Chavarria. Just talk a few things over, make sure she knows what the situation is. Runner in scoring position, a 1-run lead for Artesia, but Lovington threatens here early in the 2nd. Chavarria going to step in as Annalise comes in. Center fielder Morrison now shading over towards right. Huge hole in left center. Chavarria could get around on one early. A lot of room out there. Well, the first pitch, and Annalise will take that one low for ball 1 as Corral dances off of second. Kind of giving Aguilar behind the plate something to think about. A 1-ball, no strike count. As Crandall will check her wristband and deals the 1-0 pitch fastball, and that one is going to be outside, ball 2. 2-ball, no strike count, just underway, top of the 2nd inning. Sienna DePorto with a ground rule double to start the inning on the first pitch she saw from Crandall. 2-0 pitch on the way to Chavarria, and that one will be on the inside corner, called strike 1. Annalise going to watch that one into the glove of Aguilar. So 2-1 the count. Here in this district battle in Artesia. 2-1 delivery, swung on and missed as the changeup gets Annalise well out in front of it. And we'll even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the 2-ball, 2-strike count. Cats versus Dogs, 1 versus 3 here this afternoon. 2-2 pitch swung on, and that'll be a little line shot. And on the dive, Ray at third will stretch out and make the grab, and Chavarria is out on the line, out in fair territory, and there is 1 down for the Ladycats. So now to be Lainey Urahara at the plate with a chance to help her own cause, with Corral standing at second. Corral, the courtesy runner for Sienna DePorto. So now Lainey in a pitcher-on-pitcher duel and a 1-run deficit for the Ladycats. And the first pitch, Lainey going to take that one high for ball 1. Oh, 1 ball, no strike count as Coach McCraw hollering out, make her throw you strikes. Lainey doing a good job checking her swing up on that one. As the 1-0 pitch swung on and missed, the changeup gets Lainey well out in front of that one, and it'll even things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. Outfield again very deep. Morrison shading over slightly towards right. And the 1-1 pitch and the off-speed pitch hits the outside corner. And Utahada trails in the count. No, 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 down here in the top of the second inning. I'm TJ Miracle. Dawn Morgan on assignment will be joining us here in just a little while. The 1-2 pitch on the way from Crandall, and that one's going to be in there. Called strike 3 as it nips the inside corner. And Utahada goes down looking. Second strike out of the game for Crandall. And there are 2 away as Layla Hernandez to the plate. Layla, the shortstop. He's one that can get a hold of one occasionally. Layla with the big open stance as Crandall gets her sign from Aguilar. Deals, and Layla takes the first pitch on the inside corner. It's a fastball, strike 1. Thanks for being with us today, wherever you happen to be. Back in Lee County or around the world on HobbsAmerica.com and, of course, the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. 0-1 delivery, fastball. That one going to miss outside. Evens it up at 1-1. Of course, Crandall a D1 signee. Works both sides of the plate. Kind of the little washing machine motion in the 1-1 pitch, and swung on and missed as Layla goes after one on the outside corner. And she's now down 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 out, runner at second is Corral running for DePorto. Crandall quickly back to work, and the 1-2 pitch swung on and gets that one off the end of the bat and bounces it off the retaining wall, so the count stays at 1-2. So the 1 ball, 2 strike count, 2 away. Lovington trails by 1 here in the second. Crandall gets her sign and she'll deal, and the changeup gets Layla out in front of it. Strike 3. So a leadoff double goes for naught after an inning and a half. It's Lovington trailing Artesia 2-1. Back in just a minute. Lovington Ladycats softball here on New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
No runs on 1 hit, no errors committed by Artesia. 1 left on for the Ladycats. We've played an inning and a half. It's Artesia 2, Lovington 1. I'm TJ Miracle. Dawn Morgan will be joining us here in just a little while. It'll be Carlo, Morrison, and Whitmire. 7, 8, and 9 due up for Artesia here in the second. Of course, don't forget, please subscribe to the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Just search Lovington Sports on YouTube. You can watch all of the boys and girls action absolutely free of charge right there. Remember, once we get to 1,000 subscribers, one lucky random subscriber going to get $100 of my money. I'll give you that piece of green paper with Ben Franklin's picture on it out of my own pocket. So please subscribe. Tell your friends and family to subscribe to the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. So Carlo steps in. Laney Utahada's first pitch to Carlo is going to come inside for ball 1. Well, 1 ball, no strike count. Laney Utahada still in the ring, giving up 2 runs in the first, but then settling down. And the 1-0 pitch swung on, and that'll be a hard shot between third and short. Going to as Chavarria gets it, and will get it in quickly. But Carlo has the leadoff single for Artesia. So that'll bring Murillo to the plate, the second baseman. So Murillo going to settle into the right side box with a runner at first in the form of Carlo. Outfield straightaway fairly deep on a breezy day. The wind is blowing in. If you can get enough of a charge in one, you can get it out of here for sure. As Murillo shows bunt and going to lay down a butte down the first baseline. Alexa gets to it and will shoot it over to Morales covering first, and that will get Murillo. She is out 3-4 for out number 1, but it is the sacrifice as it'll move Carlo over to second. The left fielder will step in with a runner in scoring position for Artesia. Whitmire looks down to Coach Polino. Now she settles into the right side box. Runner at second is Carlo. And the first pitch to Whitmire, an off-speed pitch is going to be low for ball one. I don't have to change the bug. It's already 1-0. Well, 1 ball, no strike count. Laney looks into the dugout, then knows what she wants to do to Porto down. And the 1-0 pitch, and that one swung on and missed. Nice pitch as she took a little bit off of that one and evens things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. Lovington trailing Artesia 2-1 here in the second. Udahata looks in for the sign, and the 1-1 is going to be high, ball 2, high and in. So the 2 ball. Of course, we'll have more Ladycat softball for you next week. They'll be on the road Tuesday in Roswell at Goddard. Of course, can't worry about that one yet as the 2-1 pitch on the way, showing bunt, pulling it back as the ball going to get away momentarily from Sienna, but DePorto corrals it quickly and will keep Carlos stapled over at second. It was ball 3 to Whitmire at the plate. So now it's a 3 ball, 1 strike count. Don't want to lose her with the top of the lineup coming back up. They have to face him probably no matter, but the 3-1 pitch swung on. That one is popped up shallow on the right side as Morales calls off Bell and makes the grab for out number 2. So 2 down. As Riley Crandall will step to the plate. Crandall walked on 4 pitches to lead off the game. So she's got a runner at second now, the pitcher with a chance to help her own cause. She's already staked to a 1-run lead, 2-1, and the first pitch to Crandall, and that one, Sienna frames it up beautifully at the top of the zone. Let her high, strike 1. So 0-1 the count. DePorto looks over to Coach McCraw. Now she relays the signs out to Laney in the ring. And the 0-1 pitch, and that one's going to be up and away and even things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Still the 1 ball, 1 strike count. 2 down here in the bottom of the second. Laney ready to go, and the 1-1 pitch took that one, and that's a line shot out into left field. Chavarria gets it, but it'll be a 2-out single to left for Crandall. As Chavarria got that one in quickly, it'll put Lady Dogs at the corners. So now Kenna Morrison to the plate. Morrison with a double to left center her last time up. So Morrison 1 for 1 with a run scored. He'll step in. Crandall at first, Carlo at third, and now Morrison at the plate. It is a 2-1 lead for Artesia. 2 down. She'll take the first pitch, hit it high in the air to deep left field. Chavarria goes over and makes the grab on the run at the warning track to end the threat here in the second. So the fly out to left. As we go to the third, it's Lovington trailing Artesia 2-1. More Ladycat softball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports in 1 minute.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy, located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left stranded for Artesia in the bottom of the second. We go to the top of the third. It'll be Ana Reyes, followed by Avery Marquez and Honey Morales. 9-1-2 due up for the Lovington Ladycats. Welcome back to Artesia. I'm TJ Miracle. Dawn Morgan will be joining us here in just a little while on assignment this morning at the Community Egg Hunt. And she'll be joining us here in just a few minutes. So Reyes will lead things off for the Lovington Ladycats. Ana, the right fielder. Beautiful catch to end that second inning as Chavarria coming over into left center got one that was tailing away from her at the track. 2 in the Artesia second. So now Reyes will step in. Crandall ready to go, and the first pitch to Ani is going to be a fastball right over the heart of the plate at the knees, called strike 1. 3 strikeouts for Crandall through the first 2+ innings. But Lovington has got one on the board. Solo shot from Morales in the first, and the 0-1 pitch fastball. That one's away to Reyes, and evens things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. No, a 1 ball, 1 strike count. Reyes is the hitter. Corner infielders are in just a little bit. As Crandall will deal the 1-1, and that one is going to be on the inside corner. Fastball belt high, called strike 2. The ump's going to call it. You got to swing at it. Donnie takes the deep breath. Now she settles back in front part of the right side box. Crandall ready to go, and the 1-2 pitch, and that one will be high and even things up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So with 2 ball, 2 strike count. Outfield playing fairly deep. Morrison again shading over to right center as Coach McCraw going to talk to Reyes. Just giving her a little instruction. Warren out in right field, not playing as far back as Whitmire and Morrison. So a 2 ball, 2 strike count. Crandall deals, and that one, ding dong, ouch. That's going to get her in the elbow. And with the heat that Crandall can put on him, I'm sure that did not feel too good. So the hit by pitch, and Lovington has got a runner on here in the first. So that'll flip the lineup as Avery Marquez to the plate. So Avery 0 for 1, struck out swinging. Back to lead off the game. McCraw giving her some last second advice. As she will step to the plate. The Ladycats trailing by 1, but have something trying to cook here in the third. Crandall kicks and fires and showing bunt, and Avery will put it down. And a little confusion. Crandall, thinking that she can't get Avery in time, decides to go to second to try to get Reyes and throws it late. Or nope, she got the tag in, so she tagged Marquez, so it'll be a ground out sacrifice to the pitcher, 1 down, but it does move the runner over to second. So Reyes moves to second, and now it'll be Honey Morales to the plate. First pitch to Honey, and change up as Honey wanting another dinger. Well out in front of that one, strike 1. Honey steps out, takes a kind of a practice swing. Now she'll settle back in. Oh, the 0-1 pitch, another changeup, and that one is away. And evens 1 strike. 2-1 Artesia in the lead. We are in the top of the third inning. Runner at second is Ani Reyes. Was hit by a pitch, then moved over on a bunt by Marquez. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. Crandall deals, swung on, and that's a hard shot down the first baseline, but Apodaca will stab it. Just like that. That one had double and run scored written all over it. But instead, it's just a hard ground out to the first baseman. It will move Reyes over to third. It works almost like a sacrifice bunt. And now there's 2 down. And the number 3 hitter, Angelina Corral, to the plate. Angelina grounded out to shortstop in the first. And the first pitch is going to come up and in and gets out of the glove of Aguilar, but bounces off of Angelina and right back in front of her. So that's going to keep Reyes stapled over at third. 1-0 the count. Crandall checks the wristband. And now she delivers the 1-0 pitch, and that one is going to run on the outside. Yep, missed outside. Ball. Well, that one was kind of floating. I wasn't sure if it had caught a portion of the plate or not. Apparently not. So a 2-0 count to Corral. And the pitch, and she got around on that one early, hits it on top of the hands and bounces it off of the front of the Lovington dugout. Coach McCraw gets to it and gets it back in play. Strike 1. A 2 ball, 1 strike count. Top of the third inning, 2-1 Artesia in the lead. Lovington with a run, potential tying run. Standing at third, 2-1 to Corral at the plate. Crandall deals, and the fastball swung on and missed. Angelina Didn't quite get the timing down on that one and evens things up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So the 2-ball, 2-strike count. As again, taking her time is Crandall. 2-2 pitch swung on and cue shot in that one off the end of the bat. So the count will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Lovington and Artesia, district battle here this morning. So the 2-2 count. Crandall kicks and fires. Change-up swung on and missed. That'll be the 4th K of the ball game for Crandall, and Lovington threatens but comes up empty after 2.5. It's Artesia 2, Lovington 1. Back for more Ladycats softball here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left on for Lovington in the top of the 3rd. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. It'll be Apodaca, Warren, and Aguilar. 3, 4, and 5, the heart of the Artesia lineup, due up. On TJ Miracle, Artesia leads our Ladycats by a score of 2-1. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Udahata kicks and fires, and that's a high one. Going to be hit back, going back, and at the track is Marquez. Makes the grab right in front of the wall as Apodaca gives it a ride, but comes up short, and there is 1 away here in the bottom of the 3rd. If it's a normal day in southeast New Mexico, the wind is probably blowing out, and that one gets out of here as it was tailing off in a tough play. But she makes the grab at the warning track, and so now it'll be Warren to the plate. Reached on a fielder's choice last time up, and she'll take the first one and dribble it foul down the first baseline. Strike 1. 0-1 the count. With 1 down, bottom of the 3rd. Porto down, giving the signs. Laney has what she wants. And the 0-1 pitch took something off of that one, and well out in front of the changeup is Warren. Strike 2. So a no-ball, 2-strike count. 1 down, bottom of the 3rd inning. Waiting on deck is Aguilar for the Lady Dogs. And the 0-2 pitch swung on. It'll be a little chop shot, and gobbling it up is Hernandez at short. Firing to Bell at first. Good throw in time to get Warren by about a half step. 6-3 for out number 2. So that'll bring Aguilar to the plate. Aguilar got tagged out after a pop-up last time up. She walked, and she's officially 0 for 0. Now Aguilar steps in. 2 outs, nobody on. And a 1-run lead for Artesia. Udahata sends the first one in there at the letters. Good pitch, strike 1. No ball, 1-strike count. 2 down, Aguilar the hitter. Udahata in the ring. DePorto is the catcher. Bell, Morales, Hernandez, and Corral around the infield. And the 0-1 pitch swung on, and that one is going to be popped into the Artesia bullpen to the right. Strike 2. So the no ball, 2-strike count to the catcher Aguilar. In the outfield, left to right, Chavarria, Marquez, and Reyes. Of course, game 1 of a doubleheader. About 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one, we'll have game number 2. As Aguilar steps back in, and the 0-2 pitch, and trying to get her to chase. Aguilar not going to go up top for that one, and it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count. So the 1-2 count. Laney ready to go, and the pitch, and that one is going to be just off the outside corner, ball 2. The Lovington faithful groaning, as well as the Lovington radio guy, which would be me. That one was very close, but just a little outside, and I guess just a little outside. 2-2 pitch, and that one swung on and missed. Ringer up and center down, and the Lady Bulldogs go 1-2-3 in the third. We head to the fourth. Artesia 2, Lovington 1. Back in a minute for more Ladycats softball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle's new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that helps keep your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington, your Napa Auto Store.
The Lovington School District encourages you to support our local youth. Lovington Wildcats fight through difficulties with perseverance and grace. Lovington has the best school district in Lee County and are Wildcat proud. The Lovington School District thanks everyone for the tremendous support and understanding as we continue to learn and grow through the ever-changing times. So listen up and join in as the Lovington School District says, "Good luck, Wildcats. We are so proud of you."
No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on for Artesia. They go 1-2-3 in the third. We head to the fourth. It'll be Alexa Bell, Sienna DePorto, and Annalie Chavarria 4, 5, and 6. Due up for Lovington. 2-1 Artesia in the lead. I'm TJ Miracle. Thanks for being with us on a beautiful Saturday morning for softball on this Easter weekend. Top 3 battle in New Mexico Class 4A. The number 1 Artesia Lady Bulldogs, our number 3 Lovington Ladycats. Bell grounded out to third. Her last time up 0 for 1, and the first pitch will be off speed, outside corner, strike 1. Kind of a delayed call from the ump there. Now the no ball, 1 strike count. Alexa back in the big open stance. If Crandall makes a mistake to Alexa, it's going to get out of here in a hurry as the wind shifts just a little bit. The 0-1 pitch, and Alexa wants that one. Chases one down low, swing and a miss, strike 2. 0-2 the count. Coach McCraw hollering out, now you got to work. Well, Alexa going to step back in, the cleanup hitter, but leading off here in the fourth. Quick moving game 1 thus far. And the 0-2 pitch, fastball, that one going to miss away. For ball 1, the Artesia faithful wanting that one to be a strike. He's been consistent on that corner with his positioning. One from no heart in the exact same spot last inning that was a ball. In the 1-2 pitch, and that one's going to run inside. Artesia faithful groaning. That was right over the base box line, so that would be inside for ball 2. So with 2 2 strike count, Bell leading off here in the fourth. 2-1 Artesia in the lead. As Bell settles back in. And now Crandall checking the wristband. Aguilar down, and the pitch swung on, and getting a piece of it to stay alive as Bell just ticked that one off the end of the bat. So Alexa will get to see another pitch. Fighting to stay alive, and she'll settle back in. All the Ladycats sent up at the front of the box, and the pitch swung on. Hard shot, bouncer Ray at third gets it, and will fire it across to Apodaca at first in time for out number 1. So a 1-out situation for Sienna DePorto. DePorto with a ground rule double her last time up. She is 1 for 1. So Sienna, the big open stance, will face off against Crandall with 1 down and nobody on. First pitch, Sienna chases the off-speed pitch. It probably would have been a strike anyway. So the change-up swinging, strike 1. So a no ball, 1 strike count. Crandall looks into her dugout. Now she checks the wrist. Aguilar sets up outside, and the 0-1 pitch, and checking it up, and that one hits the outside corner, strike 2. Oh, a no ball, 2 strike count. Apodaca, Murillo, Carlo, and Ray, the infield first to third. Crandall in the ring. Aguilar is her battery mate. And the 0-2 pitch, change-up, swung on and missed. That'll be strike 3 to Sienna DePorto. So she'll sit it down, as that will be the sixth, seventh, fifth strikeout for Crandall. And now it'll be Chavarria stepping in with 2 down. She lined out to the third baseman her last time up, 0 for 1. And the first pitch to Annalee is going to be on the outside corner, called strike 1. Annalee 0 for 1. Will settle back in. Lovington cutting the distance down. Close stance for Chavarria. 0-1 pitch and checks it up, and it runs outside and evens things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. Annalee Chavarria is the hitter. 1-1 pitch on the way. That fastball going to miss outside, ball 2. Good eye for Chavarria at the plate. Oh, a 2 ball, 1 strike count. Again, Crandall looking at the wristband. Just a little washing machine motion in the 2-1 pitch. Ooh, inside, ding-dong. That got her on the elbow. There ain't nothing funny about getting hit in the funny bone, and Annalee does. So hit by the pitch, and a 2-out base runner for the Lovington Ladycats. Coach DePorto going to check on her over there. Nothing hurts worse than getting hit in the elbow. So Artesia, one of their coaches, is going to come out and check on. I'm going to point out, I think, the batting stance maybe for Chavarria. Some of the way Lovington is batting, I think he's protesting a little bit down there about the hit by pitch. While we've got a moment, I'd like to say a big thank you to all the good folks who make Lovington Ladycats softball possible, including Now Pharmacy, the Lee County Electric Cooperative, Bob's Thriftway, the Lovington Schools, and Lovington Auto Supply. Couldn't do it without their help and support. Of course, because of those folks, we get to bring you these games free of charge on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and at HobbsAmerica.com. And so now it'll be Lainey Utahara to the plate. Lainey with an opportunity to help her own cause as Lovington going to try and get a 2-out rally going, trailing by 1. So Morrison going to shade a little bit more over towards true center field this time. All the outfielders for the Lady Dogs playing deep. First pitch to Lainey, and that's going to be outside, ball 1. Lainey, a strikeout victim. Her last time up is 0 for 1. But a chance to help her own cause out, trailing by 1 here in the 4th. Crandall ready to go and delivers the 1-0 pitch, change up, and out in front of it is Utahara. Evens things up, 1 ball, 1 strike. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. Lainey Utahara is the hitter. Runner at first is Chavarria after being hit in the elbow by the pitch. 1-1 delivery on the way, and another changeup. Lainey out in front of that one, strike 2. Oh, 1 ball, 2 strike count. Ladycats trailing the Lady Dogs 2-1. Been a very well-played game thus far on both sides. Crandall, the ace of the Artesia staff, deals the 1-2 pitch. Check swing. Did she go? Nope, she holds it off. And leaving it up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. No appeal even needed on that one, so it evens things up 2-2. And now they are going to appeal it, and he says, nope, it's fine. Didn't look like she went, but they're just double-checking. Crandall taking a long look into her dugout to get the pitch selection. And Lainey says, all right, I'm going to step out, and we're going to think about this one again. She's going to take a couple of quick cuts. Now she's ready, settles back in. Crandall on the 2-2 pitch, swung on, and that'll be a slow roller foul. Actually bounces off of Layla Hernandez in the on-deck circle. Utahara stays alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes after she gets a piece of that one. She can find a way on. Layla Hernandez waits on deck. Runner at first is Chavarria. There are 2 down. So Crandall going to deal the 2-2, and that one swung on and missed as Utahara goes down swinging for out number 3. So the Ladycats put a runner on but can't move her around. After 3.5 innings of play at the halfway mark of this one, it's Artesia 2, Lovington 1. More Ladycat softball in 1 minute on Noel Mark Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle's new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that helps keep your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington, your Napa Auto Store.
The Lovington School District encourages you to support our local youth. Lovington Wildcats fight through difficulties with perseverance and grace. Lovington has the best school district in Lee County and are Wildcat proud. The Lovington School District thanks everyone for the tremendous support and understanding as we continue to learn and grow through the ever-changing times. So listen up and join in as the Lovington School District says, "Good luck, Wildcats. We are so proud of you."
No runs, no hits, no errors. One runner left on for the Ladycats in the top of the fourth. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Artesia hanging on to a 2-1 lead. It'll be KJ Ray, Kinsey Carlo, and Kaylee Morillo. It is 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Lady Dogs here in their half of the fourth. I'm TJ Miracle. Dawn Morgan will be joining us as we click towards the afternoon. Dawn on assignment this morning. That's what I'm trying to get spit out here. So Ray will step in. She popped out over to Bell at first. Back in the first, so she is 0 for 1. Udahata still in the ring. Will deal the first one high for ball 1 to Ray. Oh, 1 ball, no strike count. We are underway. Bottom of the fourth, 1-run game in favor of Artesia. Now they are at the dish. Udahata, a much quicker worker. And that one swung on, and that one's going out on the right side and heading into the parking lot. And it looks like somebody may need to go see the dent doctor. And the count will even up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. Outfield playing deep, infield normal positions for Ray in the off-speed pitch, and that's a little flare into the glove of Hernandez coming over towards third. And making the stab on the little flare out to the shortstop. So 1 away. So now it'll be Kinsey Carlo to the plate. She had a single back to lead off the second. And then was left stranded at third. So Carlo 1 for 1. Will step into the right side box. Only one lefty at the plate for Artesia here in game 1, and that's Crandall. And the first pitch swung on, and that's a little flare that's going to fall into right off the bounce. Reyes will hop up and get it. Gets away from her momentarily, but she corrals it and gets it in. So Carlo will take the first pitch she sees and shoots it into right. So that'll bring... So Michaeli Morrison will step to the plate. She's 0 for 0. She had a sacrifice bunt her last time up. So Morrison with a runner at first and 1 out, and she'll take the first pitch off the outside corner, ball 1. 1 ball, no strike count. Artesia hanging on to a 1-run lead here in the bottom of the fourth inning. 2-1 our score. Utahata delivers the 1-0 and just runs it right by Morrison and evens it up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Oh, a 1 ball, 1 strike count. Corral coming in a little bit over at third. Bell playing even with the base at first. And the 1-1 pitch, and that one is going to be high, ball 2. Still a little bit breezy this morning here in Artesia. All in all, a beautiful day in the Pecos Valley. I love southeast New Mexico weather. 2-1 pitch on the way, swung on, and that one is high in the air, but it'll go foul into the bullpen behind the Artesia dugout, and that'll even the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the 2 ball, 2 strike count. Morrison still at the plate. Runner at first is Carlo, reached on the 1-out single to right. Outfield, infield pretty much at their normal positions. Corral has moved back more normal at third, and the 2-2 pitch swung on, and that's a high shot into the air to deep right field. That one is going to bounce off of the fence as Carlo round second is heading over to third. The throw not going to be in time, and so Morrison bounces one off the fence. It is a single, so back-to-back singles for Artesia, and that'll bring the left fielder Jenna Whitmire to the plate. Whitmire 0 for 1, popped out to Morales back in the second. So Whitmire will step to the plate with Lady Dogs at the corners as DePorto takes a moment to signal the defensive alignments and shifts and make sure that all the ladies know what they're going to do depending on the situation. So now Whitmire in with Lady Bulldogs at the corners. They threaten here in the bottom of the fourth, already with a one-run lead. Udahata going to try and shut them down. First pitch from Laney is up and away, ball one. A 1 ball, no strike count. And taking a little time here. Whitmire stand out and look at her wristband. Now she settles back in and Laney deals and showing bunt. Laying it down. They're going to try the squeeze, getting to it. Firing it over to first in time, and they will give up the run. So the run will come in. Whitmire will have the RBI sacrifice on the bunt. And as soon as the decision was made by Corral to toss it over to Bell, that scores the run, and so that'll make it a 3-1 ball game in favor of Artesia. But I think the right move there for Corral. Nothing she could really do about Carlos standing over at third. Morrison will move to third. There's 2 away, as we mentioned. And so it'll turn the lineup over for Riley Crandall. And she'll take the first pitch in there, strike one. Wow, they're going to say that they didn't get it over to first in time. So it is an RBI infield single for Whitmire, and she goes down to second. Wow, I thought they'd gotten her, but I guess not. Strike one to Crandall, 1 out, 2 on, and a run across for Artesia. And the pitch swung on, and that one is lifted high in the air to left field. Going over and on the run is Chavarria, and she gets it in quickly as Morrison had gone way too far down the line to tag up and have any chance at it. So it'll be a fly out to left for out number 2. So that is out number 2. So still runners at first and second. Now Kenna Morrison to the plate. Had a double in the first, flew out to left in the second. She is 1 for 2, so 2 on, 2 out. 1 run across for Artesia. First pitch, changeup. Got her well out in front of that one, strike one. I apologize. I really thought that they had Corral had gotten it to Bell in time over at first a moment ago, but they did not. As the 0-1 pitch, fastball inside. Sienna tries to frame it up. The ump not buying it. It look a little inside from up here and evens the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. A 1 ball, 1 strike count. Morrison at the plate. Runner at second. Whitmire, runner at third is Morrison. And the pitch outside, ball 2. With 2 ball, 1 strike count. Kenna Morrison, the hitter. Caden Apodaca waits on deck. Lovington already allowed a run. They're trying to get this shut down here in the fourth. Pitch swung on, and that'll be off the fist. It'll bounce and take a funny hop, but Morales handles it and underhands it to Bell. That one's in time for sure. 4-3 for out number 3, but a run comes across for Artesia. We head to the fifth. Artesia 3, Lovington 1. More Ladycats softball in a moment here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
In the bottom of the fourth inning, Artesia gets 1 run on 3 hits, no errors committed by the Ladycats, and 2 runners left on. We head to the top of the 5th inning. It'll be Layla Hernandez, followed by Anaí Reyes, and then Avery Marquez. For the Ladycats, it is 8-9-1 due up. So a 3-1 lead now for Artesia in the 5th inning. Lovington has managed to keep this one very close, but they've played with fire a little bit too much. And finally, Artesia stringing together a couple of singles and Frankensteining a run onto the board. So 3-1 our score. Lovington through 4 innings, 1 run on 2 hits. No errors committed. They've left 3 runners on base. So it'll be Hernandez who steps in. She is 0 for 1. As the umpire issuing a warning to the dugout for Lovington. Not sure what that was all about. So Layla will step in. She is 0 for 1. We are at the top of the 5th inning. Crandall kicks and fires. Fastball swung on and missed as Layla takes a cut but comes up empty. Strike 1. Hernandez checks the wristband. Now she steps back in. 0-1 the count. Crandall still in the ring for Artesia. Now with a 2-run lead as Layla shows bunt and gets a piece of it, but right into the glove for strike 2. Aguilar holds on to it, but that's just strike 2. She does that on strike 3. It's an out, but Hernandez asks for time. Now she's ready to go. And so is Crandall. And the 0-2 pitch up and away, gets away from Aguilar. Nobody on, no harm, no foul, as they say. And it's now a 1-ball, 2-strike count. 3-1, Artesia leads Lovington here in the top of the 5th inning. Layla out. Now she settles back in the open stance. Crandall double checks the wristband. And the 1-2 pitch swung on and getting it off the end of the bat and staying alive. Hernandez gets just enough of it to keep the at-bat alive. So a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Nobody down. Layla Hernandez leads it off in the first. Reyes waits on deck. Top of the 5th inning, a 2-run deficit for the Ladycats. 1-2 delivery, and that one's up and away. Ball 2. Good eye for Hernandez. Crandall trying to get Layla to chase. She declines to do so. Again, pretty good crowd on hand on this breezy but pleasant Saturday now afternoon. 2-2 pitch swung on and missed. The changeup gets her out in front. Strike 3. As down goes Hernandez on strikes for the 2nd time in the ballgame. 7th strikeout of the game for Crandall, and now Reyes to the plate. So Reyes steps in with 1 out. He was hit by a pitcher last time up, got left stranded at 3rd. That was back in the 3rd. So she'll step in with 1 out here in the 5th. First pitch to a fastball, just goes with the power pitch over the outside corner, strike 1. That's one thing that Crandall has is that power. She hasn't really done just a whole lot of it today, but she's certainly got it in her bag of tricks just to try and overpower you. The 0-1 pitch, and goes the fastball, and getting a piece of that one is Reyes, and evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Of course, I know the Ladycats have been working on the high heat like Crandall can throw. We're going to have a new ball come into play. The Ladycats not going to be overpowered or overawed by the power pitching that Crandall can serve up there. A lot of teams, that'll serve her well, and that's probably what she'll do. Lovington, a little bit different story, and that one's going to be a fastball low for ball 1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count, 1 down here in the top of the 5th. Lovington trails by 2, 3-1. I'm TJ Miracle. Dawn Morgan just received word is in town. She will be joining us here momentarily. 1-2 pitch on the way, swung on, and that one off the end of the bat and fouled over into the retaining wall in the net next to the Artesia dugout. So the count stays at 1-2. So the 1 ball, 2 strike count. Hitter is Reyes. Outfield deep. Infield, their normal positions. 1-2 delivery, check swing. Did she go? Nope, she held off on it. And it'll run outside and even up the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So it's a 2 ball, 2 strike count. Number 9 hitter, Reyes at the plate. Nobody on with 1 out. Crandall going to double check her pitch count. And the 2-2 and the changeup. And over the top, swing and a miss, strike 3. And there's now 2 down for the Lovington Ladycats. 8th strikeout of the game for Crandall. So turn the lineup over as Avery Marquez to the plate, 0 for 1. Had a sacrifice bunter last time up, struck out to lead off the game. And now she steps in with 2 outs, bases clear. First pitch to Avery. In the air, that's a line shot into right, and it'll fall, but foul. It winds up being just a long strike one. Avery just a little bit behind on that fastball, but got a piece of it. And again, I think if the wind is shifted a little bit, blowing from left to right, thinking maybe if the wind's not gusting 25 miles an hour moving that way, maybe that one stays fair, but you got to play with the conditions. 0-1 the count to Marquez. Crandall gets the sign, will deal the fastball, and that's going to be in the turf. And even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. So a 1 ball, 1 strike count as Coach McCraw hollering, reminding her we just need base runners. Trailing by 2 here in the 5th. 2 down. Pitch to Marquez, and the changeup out in front of it, strike 2. Lovington is having trouble picking up on that change of speed pitch. And now it'll be a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Marquez with the deep breath now. She's ready. And the pitch, and that one's up high, and things will even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So a 2 ball, 2 strike count, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Been a very entertaining game thus far. 3-1. Artesia in the lead. Crandall, a much more deliberate pitcher than you often see in high school softball. She does take her time. And the 2-2 pitch fastball, that is right down the heart of the plate as Marquez just going to watch it. Strike 3, 9th K of the ball game for the pitcher Crandall, and she strikes out the side. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Artesia 3, Lovington 1. This is Ladycats softball from New Walmark Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called SmartHub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the SmartHub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the SmartHub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with SmartHub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
The Ladycats go 1-2-3 in the top of the 5th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Artesia hanging on to a 3-1 lead. And it'll be Caden Apodaca, Xavier Warren, and then Bubba Aguilar. It'll be 3, 4, and 5. The heart of the Artesia lineup due up. And one of the Artesia coaches continuing to bark between innings at the umpire about the stances of the Lovington Ladycats. Something about the way they're holding the bat he is not liking. They're in the box, coach, and they're doing what they're supposed to do. I don't think there's anything wrong there, so Apodaca will step in. She is 1 for 2. She had a 2 RBI single in the first to center, and she takes the first pitch from Lainey Udahata outside. Ball 1. Oh, 1 ball, no strike count. Bottom of the 5th now underway. Apodaca is the hitter, 1 for 2. And it's a 1-0 count to her at the plate. Laney gets the sign from DePorto and fires the riser out of the zone. Ball 2. 2-0 the count. The Ladycats continue to play deep, pretty straight away in the outfield. Infield, pretty well their normal positions. Bell plays pretty well even with the bag, about a half step over at first. And the 2-0 pitch, and took something off of that one, but it'll be low for ball 3. With 3 ball, no strike count. I have to see if the take sign is going to be on for Apodaca, although as the number 3 hitter, she can definitely put the lumber to the ball, and the take sign is on all the way right there. Strike 1. So watching it into the glove of DePorto. And making the count 3-1. So a 3 ball, 1 strike count and timeout asked for. As we've got a ball coming in from the JV game next door. Is going over and corralling it is Chavarria, and she'll toss it back over. Yep, we the complex here does have 2 or 3 softball fields, and the next pitch swung on, and that one's going to be popped up over on the left side, and coming over is Corral into foul ground and making the catch for out number 1. So the pop 5, and there is 1 down here in the 5th inning. Xavier Warren will step in. She is 0 for 2 fielder's choice in the first and was left stranded. Then she grounded out in the third. So Warren 0 for 2 will step in with one down. Cleanup hitter for the Lady Bulldogs will take the first pitch on the outside corner, called strike one. So a no ball, one strike count. There is one down here in the fifth inning, a 2-run lead for Artesia. The 0-1 pitch, and the changeup floats in there, almost like an ephus pitch, and it's strike two. One just kind of went doop-de-doop-de-doop up there. And Warren in no way, shape, form, or fashion ready for that one. Good pitch for Laney to pull out occasionally. As the 0-2 pitch, that riser is going to rise out of the zone. And it'll be ball one. So a 1 and 2 strike count. There is one down. Warren, the cleanup batter for Artesia, at the plate. Neutral stance in the right side box. Chokes up a little bit now, and the pitch, and that one going to roll in and even up the count, 2-2. Of course, don't forget, about 30 minutes after the conclusion of Game 1, we will have Game 2 of this district doubleheader. As these two top 3 teams continue to battle. 2-2 pitch, and that one will be a line shot that's going to find its way through into right field. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Warren rounds first and slides into second before Reyes can get to the ball. So it's a 1-out double to right for Warren. And now Artesia trying to get something going here in their half of the fifth. So now it'll be Aguilar to the plate. Walked and then got tagged out in the first. And then struck out in the third. She is 0 for 1. So Reyes is the hitter with one down and a runner in scoring position. Artesia trying to get an insurance run on the board as Utahada pitched very well. DePorto in the ring, and the first pitch swung on, and that one's going to be fouled over the bullpen and into the parking lot on the right side. Strike one. Oh, a no ball, 1 strike count. Lovington trailing 3-1 and trying to keep it right there. Artesia trying to put another run on the board with a runner at second, and that one sails on Utahara a little bit, goes up high. DePorto has to come out of the crouch as the count evens up 1 ball and 1 strike. Oh, a 1 ball, 1 strike count. Laney ready to go and deals the 1-1 pitch, and that one late on the fastball, sending it into the parking lot. And, yep, I think somebody who drives a gray pickup going to need to see the dent doctor. Strike two. Oh, 1 ball, 2 strike count. Aguilar is the hitter. And the pitch from Utahada, and that one is going to be just low, ball 2. Kenna tried to frame that one up. The ump not buying it, saying it's low. So the 2 ball, 2 strike count. Wind starting to die down just a little bit. 2-2 pitch on the way. The rise ball, that's going to be a hard shot on the ground. Morales handles it, tosses it over to Alexa at first in time to get out number 2. It will move Warren over to third, but there is 2 away, and that's more important. So now it'll be KJ Ray, who's 0 for 2. Popped out to Bell at first in the first. Then popped out to Hernandez at short in the fourth. So she steps in the fifth with 2 down, and the first pitch she sees right back up the middle, and Laney will stab it and toss it over to Alexa at first. 1-3. For out number 3, and so the Artesia Lady Bulldogs put a girl in scoring position, but can't move her around as we head to the 6th inning. It is Artesia 3, Lovington 1. This is Lovington Ladycats softball from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle's new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that helps keep your vehicle running longer and stronger. quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington, your Napa Auto Store.
No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on for Artesia in the 5th. We head to the 6th. It'll be Honey Morales leading it off, followed by Angelina Corral, and then Alexa Bell. Morales 1 for 1. She got a home run back in the first inning, then a sacrifice in the 3rd. So Honey leads it off. In the first pitch from Crandall, and another changeup. Morales out in front of it. Strike 1. Oh, a 0-ball, 1 strike count. Great to have you with us here on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Game 1 of this district doubleheader. It is not disappointed, as Crandall will look in, gets her sign, and deals, and that one will be outside. Evens things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. So the 1-ball, 1 strike count. So the 1-1 count as Crandall still in the ring. And Morales thinks she's taking way too much time. One thing I've noticed about Crandall is
she's a fast worker.
She's not, actually. She takes a long time out there comparatively.
Well, when she's ready,
pitch.
Yeah, but when she's ready, she's ready. It's like she's deliberate with what she does. But then when she steps up on the rubber, then she's ready to deliver.
So now it's 2-1 as Dawn Morgan joining us from high atop Mac Chase Field.
Wow, first time up here.
So a 1-ball, 2 strike count. We are a little bit out in the elements.
That's okay. I got up here okay. I'm not sure how I'm going to get down.
1-2 pitch,
Whoa.
and Morales swings and misses. That'll be strike 3. So out number 1.
13, the third baseman.
That is the 10th strikeout of the ball game for Crandall. And that'll bring Angelina Corral to the plate. Corral 0 for 2, grounded out to short in the first, struck out in the 3rd. As Angelina will settle in, the number 3 hitter for the Ladycats. They need base runners. They are down by 2 here in the 6th. And the first pitch, and she'll chop that one to second. Modion will get to it deep in the hole and toss it over to Apodaca at first in time. 4-3 for out number 2. But that's probably, other than the home run that Morales got, the hardest contact that the Ladycats have made in this ball game. So now Alexa Bell will step in. She is 0 for 2, has grounded out to Ray at 3rd, both of her previous attempts. Then now Alexa will step in with 2 outs, where she can make this a 1-run game in a hurry. And the first pitch will be on the outside corner, strike 1.
Yeah, it looked like a strike to me, and I thought, well, maybe she caught a break and he's not going to call it a strike. But he takes more time calling than Crandall does delivering.
He actually does.
He takes his time behind the plate. You want to get it right, though. That's fine.
Yes, you do. So Crandall with the little washing machine, and then he'll come in, and the fastball will roll in, gets away from Aguilar, but nobody on, so no harm, no foul, as they say. 1-1 the count. Still 1-ball, 1 strike count, 3-1 in favor of Artesia here in the 6th inning. So.
Oh, that's okay.
And so it's a 1-1 count as Crandall delivers up and in, low bridge. Bell having to run herself out of the way of ball 2. So a 2-ball, 1 strike count. Bell going to battle up there. Yeah, in the sun, it's a little hard to see the bug.
Yeah. Challenges.
Yes, indeed. A 2-1 delivery on the way, and that one will be swung on, and Q shot it off the end of the bat and evens the count at 2-2 as it goes into foul ground.
Bell waiting just a little too late to decide that she needed to swing or to foul it off and spoil it off. I think maybe, of course, it was just a 1-strike count before that. But
so now it's 2-2, and Crandall will fire that one, and Bell shoots it right back up the middle.
Nice hit.
So has the 2-out single. And now a little 2-out something going for the Lovington Ladycats. Sienna DePorto will step in. DePorto, I said a moment ago that the hardest contact was Corral a minute ago. DePorto, I would say, had a hard one too. She had the ground rule double back in the 2nd. So she missed a home run by about an inch.
Yeah, Sienna knows how to make solid contact with that ball, and she can swing for the fence, or she can really hit a hot grounder or screaming line drive.
First pitch, and Porto checks her swing up on the outside corner fastball, strike 1. And Crandall has not used the power pitching just a whole lot here in game 1 of this doubleheader. She chooses to right there, though, in the 0-1 pitch and changes it up, and Sienna well out in front of strike 2.
Right. And Crandall does. She has a very deceptive changeup. Her motion, and that's what you want as a pitcher. You want your motion to look exactly the same. You just want to hold the ball slightly differently and your release to be different. And right at the very last second, you deliver that off-speed pitch up there. But the batter thinks that it's a faster pitch coming.
0-2 pitch swung on and missed. That'll be strike 3. So Lovington gets a 2-out single but comes up empty. We've played 5.5. It's Artesia 3, Lovington 1. We're back for more Ladycats softball on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle's new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that helps keep your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington, your Napa Auto Store.
The Lovington School District encourages you to support our local youth. Lovington Wildcats fight through difficulties with perseverance and grace. Lovington has the best school district in Lee County and are Wildcat proud. The Lovington School District thanks everyone for the tremendous support and understanding as we continue to learn and grow through the ever-changing times. So listen up and join in as the Lovington School District says, "Good luck, Wildcats. We are so proud of you."
No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Artesia leading Lovington 3-1. It'll be Kenzie Carlo followed by McKaylee Morrison and then Jenna Whitmire. So 7, 8, and 9 due up for Artesia. They'd like to get a few more insurance runs on the board if they could. Only a 2-run lead for Artesia going into this 6th inning. So they'd like to get to the 7th and be able to just try and run the string out on this one. So Carlo steps in and she'll take the first pitch from Utahara, ball 1.
And of course, Lovington wants to get them, shut them down, and keep them from even getting on base and scoring. Try to get back in the dugout as soon as they can to get those runs back.
And the 1-0 pitch swung on, and that one is heading to the parking lot. And looks like that gray pickup going to need another trip to the dent doctor. Strike 1. That thing's been target practice over there.
I tell you what,
So the 1 ball, 1 strike count.
Right, the wind carried that just a little bit as well.
Yes, it did. 1-1 pitch on the way, and that one framing it up on the outside corner. Yes, ma'am, strike 2.
Yeah, nice pitch there.
Carlo 2 for 2. Couple of singles and a run scored in this one.
Looks like the ump is definitely calling that outside corner, but he's calling it for both pitchers.
He has been consistent, and the 1-2 pitch and the riser rises out of the zone, ball 2.
Laney took a little off that. I think she thought she might get this batter to swat at it, chase it just a little bit. Didn't offer, though.
So a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Carlo at the plate, outfield deep, straight away, infield, their normal positions. 2-2 pitch, the change up and ring her up and set her down.
Yeah.
Second K of the ball game for Laney Utahara, and there is 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, good pitch for that, good time for it, and it had its intended effect for sure. So
now it'll be McKaylee Morrison to the plate. Morrison 1 for 1. Had a sacrifice bunt in the 2nd and then singled to right and was left stranded in the 4th. So she steps in with 1 out here in the 6th inning. 3-1 Artesia in the lead. Lovington wants to keep it right there, and it'll be a line shot going to find its way through into left field. Going over is Chavarria picking it up, but it's a 1-out double for the number 8 hitter. McKaylee Morrison, as she shoots that one pretty much right down the left field line for the 1-out double.
And she is very quick on the bases. I mean, she was almost at second base by the time that let loose with the throw back in on that. So
now it'll be Jenna Whitmire to the plate. She's 1 for 2, had an RBI single her last time up. Popped out in the 2nd, but in the 4th had that RBI single. Whitmire will step in 1 for 2, runner in scoring position, and the first pitch is going to be just high for ball 1.
Just missed, too. I tell you what, if she didn't sort of crouch down a little more than you think that she would, then that ball is a strike.
So it'll be ball 1, a 1-ball, no strike count.
She reduces her strike
zone. And the pitch
zone
swung on and missed, evens it up, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, she really kind of has a squat down at the bat.
As Morrison will dance off a second, but nobody really biting on it. DePorto down, giving the signs, going to set up on the outside portion of the plate. It's a 1-ball, 1-strike count in the pitch. Fastball that just misses outside, ball 2. So a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Beautiful afternoon for softball here in Artesia. Bottom of the 6th inning, a 3-1 lead, a very low-scoring but entertaining ball game. Very well played by both teams. And the pitch, she's going to show bunt and lay it down as Bell will get to it, fires it over to Morales covering, then a throw across the diamond, not going to be in time. And so Whitmire gives up the sacrifice. She is out 3-4 for out number 2, but it'll be the sacrifice as it'll move Morrison over to third. So now it'll be Crandall to the plate. She is 1 for 2. Walked and scored in the first, had a single and was left stranded in the second, then flew out in the fourth. So now the pitcher with a chance to help her own cause with 2 outs and a runner at third. As Utahada going to deliver, swung on, and that one is drilled to deep left center, and that one is going to be off the fence, and that'll get a run home as it caroms off the fence. Cavaria will get it on the bounce, and it is a 2-out RBI double for Crandall to left center, as that'll score Morrison, and that'll make this a 4-1 ball game. So now it'll be Kenna Morrison to the plate. She is 1 for 3. She had a ringing double and scored in the first, and flew out in the second and grounded out in the fourth. She steps in with 2 on, runner on, and that one will be a hard shot on the ground. Past a diving Hernandez at short as Crandall around third. She is heading to home before Marquez can get the ball in, but it's an RBI single up the middle for Morrison, and that'll make it just like that 5-1.
Artesia with a couple of quick runs here off of some very solid batting. And I tell you what, when you're a good pitcher, you're valuable. When you're a hitting pitcher, you're double trouble, and Crandall did that. Helped her own cause, cross the plate now.
So now to be Apodaca, 1 for 3 at a 2 RBI singler back in the first, and that one is going to get past Hernandez. I think she tries to get that one instead of trying to backhand it. She probably at least knocks it down. As it is, it gets past her. She just misjudged the distance on that a little bit.
Yeah.
And so that'll be a double for Apodaca, and all of a sudden the chain starting to move for Artesia. Wow. As here comes Coach McCraw. He wants to talk about things just a moment. While we've got a moment, I'd like to say thank you to the good folks who make Lady Wildcat softball possible, including Now Pharmacy, the Lee County Electric Cooperative, Bob's Thriftway, Lovington Schools, and Lovington Auto Supply. With Dawn Morgan alongside, I'm TJ Miracle. Thank you so much for letting us be a part of your Easter Saturday afternoon. Please subscribe to the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Tell your friends and family. And, of course, remember, we get to 1,000 subscribers. Somebody gets $100 of my money. That green piece of paper with Ben Franklin's picture burning a hole in my pocket, I want to give it to somebody. So once we get to 1,000 subscribers, someone will get to it. And, of course, it's thanks to those great sponsors we just mentioned that we get to bring you these games absolutely free of charge on the YouTube channel and on HobbsAmerica.com. So the meeting at the mound is over. That'll be Zave Warren to the plate. Warren, a double to right. Her last time up, she is 1 for 3.
Number 8.
And the cleanup hitter. So Warren, now the cleanup hitter with runners at second and third. Apodaca at second, Morrison at third. Warren at the plate, 2 runs already across this inning for Artesia, and that'll be a little in-out swing as Morales handles it, gets it to Bell at first for out number 3, but the damage is done as 2 runs come across. We head to the 7th. It's Artesia 5, Lovington 1. More Ladycats softball in 1 minute from New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
For Artesia, 5 runs, or rather 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and they leave 2 on. They lead this one 5-1. Welcome back to Ladycats softball here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. With Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle. Annalie Chavarria leads it off, followed by Lenny Utahada. Then Layla Hernandez, 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Ladycats as they need 4 runs off of Crandall here in this top of the 7th, or they will fall to 4-1 in district. Chavarria hit by a pitcher last time up, and the Artesia coaching staff a little mad about it. Say she turned into it. I didn't see it that way, but they did a little barking about it. And the first pitch to Layla, fastball on the outside corner, strike 1.
Yeah, that was a nice, good pitch by Crandall.
As we've gotten later in this game, Crandall, she started out just kind of playing curveballs, rise balls, off-speed pitches, but she's really gone to the power pitching more later in this ball game.
She may be a pitcher that just takes a while to really warm up and to be able to crank up into that highest gear, and that happens sometimes. I was a lot like that.
Pitch to Chavarria is up high, evens the count at 1-1. So a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Aguilar sets up outside, and the 1-1 pitch, the fastball again, just going to run that one on the outside corner, strike 2.
Almost the very same place. Good speed.
And I think Lovington was expecting the power pitching early and then kind of the finesse late, and it's been exactly the opposite for Crandall, and it's kind of thrown the Ladycats off their game a little bit. The 1-2 pitch fastball, that's in there, called strike 3. 11th K of the ball game for Crandall, and there is 1 down for the Ladycats. So now Laney Utahada will step in. Laney 0 for 2 in the ball game. If she wants to extend this game out, she needs to get the hit right here and see if she can get the line moving for the Ladycats.
Yeah, they're running out of time, running out of batters, running out of outs.
Yeah, and that one will be a slow roller foul. Kick save and a butte for Coach McCraw over there. Didn't realize he might have been a soccer player in a different life. It'll be strike 1. Handled that off the work boots pretty well. But it's a 0-ball, 1-strike count to Utahada at the plate. And the pitch swung on and missed as just the fastball is running right by Laney.
Just smoked it.
Yeah, threw the power pitch and got it by her. And now a 0-ball, 2-strike count. Outfield deep, infield normal positions. It's Crandall ready to go, and the 0-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed as Laney goes down swinging for the 3rd time in the ball game. And the Ladycats are down to their final out on the 12th strikeout of the game by Crandall.
Shortstop, Layla.
So now Layla Hernandez 0 for 2 in the ball game will step in and try and keep this game moving along for the Lovington Ladycats. So Layla to the plate. Crandall takes a long look into the dugout for her signs. Now she's ready. And the first pitch, and that fastball is away for ball 1. She's just kind of been stepping that fastball outside a little bit more each time and off of the edge of the plate that time, and Layla lets it go. So the 1-ball, no-strike count, 2 away. And the 0-2 pitch swung on and fouled with authority back to the net. You could straighten that out. It might go a long way as the wind has shifted a little bit and is starting to settle down just a touch.
She had a nice cut at it. Her timing was almost there. She hit under the ball just a little bit. Just got the underside of that and spun it back.
As Layla with the open stance prepares for the 1-1 pitch. 2 outs for the Ladycats. They trail by 4 in the pitch, and she gets a piece of that one but shoots it foul.
And Crandall
Crandall
took a little bit of speed off of that. And so she's, pitcher capable of blowing it by you, but she's got lots of gears. She can switch up the speed just a little bit, keep it in the same place, and that's why it's so hard as a batter to pick that ball up and to really be able to do something with it.
As the 1-2 pitch on the way, and that one going to run outside, ball 2. So the 2-ball, 2-strike count. Lovington down to their final strike, trailing by 4. 5-1 is the score. I'd like to keep this turning Of course, game 2 coming up about 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one. 2-2 pitch on the way, and the changeup gets her 13th K of the ball game for Crandall. Strikes out the side, and that will end the ball game as Artesia victorious. 5-1. We'll be back and wrap this one up. Get you ready for game 2 momentarily. Ladycats softball continues from Noel Mark Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
Back here at Mac Chase Field in Artesia, the Lovington Ladycats dropped their first district affair by a final of 5-1 to the Artesia Lady Bulldogs. Final line score in this one for Artesia, 5 runs on 12 hits, no errors committed, and they leave 8 runners on base. For Lovington, 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 4 left on base. That 1 run coming in the first inning via a solo shot to out of the park by Honey Morales. But until late in that one, the Lovington Ladycats were battling basically right down the middle with Artesia, so they can hang with this team, Don Morgan. That's in some ways you hate to lose, but it proves with them they can hang with the number 1 team in the state and the defending champs.
Yeah, that should give them some confidence. A lot of what happens is, when you're facing a really good pitcher, some of that is intimidation. And as a good pitcher, you work that. You do. You want that batter to get up there. And once you get them, you strike them out or you get them, just blooping around, then you can get into their head. And that's what happened with Lovington. And the thing to do on that is, as a batter, you forget the history. You forget who that pitcher is and what they're capable of. You simply get up there and you know that you can hit balls. You can hit a pitch. You think back to batting practice. You think back to your if you're facing a pitching machine and you know that you're facing that speed, then you can hit, and you simply watch for the ball to come around the hip. You watch for the ball, you pick it up, and you hit it. That's all you're thinking about, and you forget and try to forget that intimidation of knowing, I struck out the last time, or I did this. It's harder said than done, but Lovington, if they can employ that, and of course it's probably they're not going to be facing Crandall in this second one more than likely, unless she comes in relief. But Artesia has a pretty good second pitcher behind Crandall as well. So Lovington just needs to remember they're a team of hitters. They're capable of that. They can get out there, and defensively, they've really got a pretty tight game. They've got the skills, they've got the history, they've got the record, and now they just need to prove it, and not feel inferior when they walk on that field, and just feel like we can do this, we've got this, and then just play it one out at a time, one inning at a time, one at bat at a time, and see if they can overcome and beat Artesia.
So that'll be the plan coming up in about a half hour. Game 1 in the books, and Lovington falling to Artesia. Final 5-1. For Don Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle. We will be back shortly for game number 2 here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Welcome to Artesia for the second of a doubleheader softball. Lovington Ladycats versus the Lady Bulldogs. And in the first game, the Lady Bulldogs won, but that game was a very tight game until the sixth inning, and the Lady Bulldogs broke that open, ended up winning that one 5-1. But the second game, it's a chance for the Ladycats to beat the Lady Dogs. So a battle of cats and dogs here going on in Artesia. And I'm Dawn Morgan along with TJ Miracle, who did your play-by-play for the first game. I was on assignment and got here as soon as I could, so I'm happy to be here for the second game. And I think these Lady Cats still look energized and they look ready. But Artesia always tough as an opponent, and they, even though they will be pitching someone else, their pitcher, who is their 1B pitcher, I guess, but behind 1A, Crandall, is plenty capable. So the Lovington girls are definitely going to have to focus and play a nice tight defensive game and try to come away with this win, TJ.
Well, and that's going to be important because right now they are a game down in the district race. They are 4-1 in district. Artesia now 5-0. But if they win this game, all of a sudden we're tied at the top of the district race once again. And this is a Lovington Ladycats team that is more than capable of not only playing with this Artesia team but beating them. I mean, they're not the number 3 team in Class 4A for nothing. So,
yep, they're capable.
They definitely can do it.
And, of course, Lovington, as visitors, will come up to bat first. Batting, your leadoff batter is number 3, Avery Marquez, playing center field for Lovington. On deck, number 4, Honey Morales, your shortstop. First pitch is inside for ball number 1. So 1-0 the count. In the on deck, Morales. In the hole is Angelina Corral, your third baseman. Batting fourth, cleanup, is Alexa Bell on first base. Sienna DePorto, your catcher, batting fifth. Annalie Chavarria in left, batting sixth. And contact with it, a grounder, goes to shortstop. Morrison picks it up, fires over to Martinez at first for 1 out. But really good to see Lovington step up there, make connection with that ball, and start hitting early. That's what you got to do. Going to have to be aggressive at the bat, put it into play, and when you put the ball into play, it's a numbers game. Yes, Artesia is a really strong defensive team, but you've got to get your bat swinging in order to try to put runs on the board and win this game. First pitch is in, and it's also low and inside against Honey Morales, so ball 1. Apodaca on the mound for Artesia. Aguilar behind the plate, Martinez at first, Morrison second, Reyes at third, Crandall at short, Whitmire in left, Morrison in center, and Warren in right. Swing and a miss. Think that would have been called a ball. It was on the outside, and I think it really was not on the outside corner. So Morales giving it a swing and a miss for strike 1. Evens up the count, 1-1. Of course, top of the first, nobody on. And a swing and a foul back to the screen for strike number 2. As we have 1 out with Marquez, leadoff hitter, stepping up and getting a little grounder, but getting thrown out, though, at first. Morales stepping back into the box with the 1-1 count. Apodaca getting set, and it's going to hit the inside corner for call, strike 3. So Morales goes down looking. First strikeout for Apodaca, and that's 2 outs now. Brings up Angelina Corral, playing third base for Lovington today.
Corral in the first game going 0 for 3. Lovington only managing 2 hits in that first ball game. One of them happened to be a home run, but they just really didn't have an answer for Crandall, who got 14 strikeouts in the ball game.
Yeah, Crandall
but
very
now
capable.
Apodaca, the pitcher.
And Apodaca sends the first one low and inside. That's interesting. That's been her leadoff pitch for all 3 batters so far, and it has not made it across the plate any of those 3 times. So ball 1, 1-0 on Angelina Corral. And that's going to come in same place, inside and low for ball number 2. Lovington just needs to get someone on base. If you can break the ice and realize that you can hit, you can get on the base, you're here to play, then you can start moving the runners around and work them into home. That one's going to come in over the plate and a little speed off of it, but too high. So 3 straight balls to Corral. You got to think the takes on is going to be on with playing the percentages, needing base runners. And that is going to hit the outside of the plate. Brings a little heat, little pop in the glove, 3-1. So Apodaca throwing the strike when she had to.
And that's one thing that Coach McCraw, you could hear him up here hollering, we just need runners in that first game.
You got to get on base. And a swing and a foul back well out of play over our heads to the right. So strike 2. Now the count is full on Corral. So Apodaca on the mound for Artesia. Running the count full, 2 outs, nobody on. Of course, no score. And that's going to be inside for ball 4. In fact, it hits before it gets the plate. It hits the ground, so a walk, and Corral happy to take first base. And now Lovington can work on good base running, trying to get her around. Of course, the best way to get her around is just to bring her in with a good hit or send her around with a solid hit. Alexa Bell, your first baseman, at the plate. And she does hit that one. Oh, and just off the end of her bat, a little grounder right to first base. Martinez picks it up, touches the bag throw. That's third out. First baseman unassisted, and they go up 3 down for Lovington. They come up empty. We'll go to the bottom of the first inning. We are scoreless here with Lovington Ladycats softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle's new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that helps keep your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington, your Napa Auto Store.
The Lovington School District encourages you to support our local youth. Lovington Wildcats fight through difficulties with perseverance and grace. Lovington has the best school district in Lee County and are Wildcat proud. The Lovington School District thanks everyone for the tremendous support and understanding as we continue to learn and grow through the ever-changing times. So listen up and join in as the Lovington School District says, good luck, Wildcats. We are so proud of you.
And welcome back to Artesia. In the top of the first inning, Lovington puts a runner on by virtue of a walk, but 4 batters up and downs. No hits, no runs, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the first. Artesia coming up to bat, and leading will be number 13, Riley Crandall, playing shortstop in this game. Of course, she was your pitcher in the first, and she really is a triple threat player. It's no wonder that she has signed to play for Baylor, as she's a really solid pitcher, good pitcher. She's a threat at the bat, and she is a good fielder. I've also seen them put her in at first in the last, watching her play for Artesia in the last few years. So she's kind of a utility infielder, but she's good in the hot box, as they say, at shortstop. And the first pitch is in, and it was a ball, and the second one comes in, and it's going to be a strike. So 1-1 on Crandall. 1-1 the count. Crandall leading things off. Artesia, of course, wants to do the same thing, is get runners on. A hot grounder over to shortstop. Hernandez fields it well and then throws to Bell. It pulls Bell off the bag, but she manages to step back on it in time to get the...
Actually, I think it was a sweep tag.
Do you think she tagged her on the side?
Tagged her, so.
Well, I saw her step back.
Yep, and matter of fact, the umpire is telling the coach, she's him over and
Swept.
said, no, she didn't touch the bag.
She got her.
And the ump says she got her on the tag.
All right, so that's an out. Either way,
so the coach,
I knew she was out.
Thought the same thing you did.
Exactly. So anyway, stepping up to bat is number 2, Kenna Morrison, the center fielder. There's a pole right in the way there. I cannot see first base because of that. I can see the player, but I cannot see the base itself here. And a swing and a foul off to the right over in the bullpen beyond the Artesia dugout. So that's going to be 2 strikes. 0-2 is your count on Morrison. 1 out. Bottom of the first here. No score in this one, and Lovington would like to keep it that way. A soft roller is going to go over. Corral's going to make the play and the good throw in time to get her. So solid fielding, as that really had trouble written on it because it was a soft grounder and it took a little time to develop. Corral came in on it, and that was a good move as she was able to make the throw in motion and get her out 6-3.
Yeah, did a nice job. She got set before she threw it over.
And first pitch is going to come in low for ball number 1. Batting is number 24, Caden Apodaca, your pitcher in this game for Artesia. 1-0 the count. On the mound, Daphne Urahara for Lovington. Oh, and that looks like it got caught up in her hand, and the release was just a little funky. Ended up being high and outside for ball 2. Daphne Urahara on the mound. Her sister Lainey pitched the first game, and Sienna DePorto catching. I'll set the rest of the field for Lovington in just a moment. Oh, that pitch comes in, and it just misses the outside corner, so 3-0 the count. Wow, I thought that might be just on the edge. Close enough to be called a strike. 3-0 the count on Apodaca. It's going to come in right up the middle. The take sign on all the way. Apodaca didn't even flinch at that one, so 3-1 the count. And good for Daphne Urahara. She took a lot of speed off of that, but she put it right in the target when she had to. And picks up the speed on this, and in Apodaca's a little late around on it as she fouls it, but off to the right for strike 2. So the count is full on Apodaca. You've got Bell on first for Lovington, Morales on second, Corral on third, Hernandez at short, Chevrolet in left, Marquez in center, and Reyes in right. Lovington traveling with a short bench today. They have 3 bench players, and Artesia has 5. Holiday weekend. Oh, and a screaming grounder that is going to stay fair. It rolls past third base. It's a little trouble out there. Chavarria chasing it, but she's going to make a good throw in and hit her cutoff person there. And that's going to mean that Apodaca, after she worked the count full, ends up getting a double and sits in scoring position for Artesia.
Yeah, she screamed that one right down the line. Corral got, I think, the end of her glove on it, but that one was just moving, so the 2-out double for Apodaca.
Yep, 2 outs. Number 8, Zoe Warren, your right fielder for Artesia, up at bat. She's batting cleanup. Runner in scoring position for Artesia. First pitch comes in high and outside for ball number 1. 1-0 the count. 2 out, 1 on. Warren at the bat. On deck is Bubba Aguilar, the catcher. In the hole, KJ Ray, your third baseman. And that's going to be high and outside. Going to bring DePorto out of the crouch. Got to worry about the base runners. Artesia is very aggressive at the bat, and they're skilled at base running. I mean, they're just a good, solid team all the way around. But Lovington also has developed into a solid team. Ooh, nice pitch, and I think that's
going to be just high.
Just high, just a bit high and just a bit outside. And the ump did look at that. And Warren flinched. She gave that a look too, but 3-0 the count on her. And that pitch comes in right across the plate. So, again, good job for Daphne Urahara. When she has to put it over the plate, she does take a little off of it. If the take sign hadn't been on, that would have been a very hittable ball. But she instead has the 3-1 count, and that's going to hit the outside corner. Nice pitch, a good comeback from the last one. That rings the count full on Warren. So 2 outs, 1 on. Apodaca sitting out there on second in scoring position for Artesia. And that's going to come off the end of the bat and go out into foul territory in the right. Giving it a chase is Reyes out there in right field, and it actually bounces over the fence. But it's just a long strike, and it keeps the count full on Warren. Nice afternoon here, a little cloud, little light, filmy cloud cover. And a little bit of a breeze. It gusts up at times, can be a factor for some balls, long balls. Oh, that's going to be inside for ball 4. And it is going to allow, Apodaca got the jump on that and was most of the way to third. DePorto came up threatening but did not throw. So a walk puts Warren at first, and now Apodaca is at third. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Number 15, Bubba Aguilar, your catcher for Artesia, coming up. And I think, are we going to have a courtesy runner in? I believe so.
I don't think so. Coach Polito hadn't done that.
Okay.
So I think she's just calling everybody over to talk to him so they know the situation as well.
All right, Coach McCraw out there. And I didn't know if that was initiated by him, if he was taking the time out. I noticed that the umps used the chance to confer for a moment.
So, I think just trying to kind of settle things down here as
I think just take a little time. You want to chill. Sometimes it's good to take those time out, just as with an Indian sport, to kind of chill the momentum just a little bit. When one team is just hot, you want to do something to break that up just a bit. As much as gathering yourself together as a team, you want to kind of chill them out just a little. Back to bat, Bubba Aguilar. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Lovington needs to get the 1 out. Aguilar cracks at the first one she sees and sends it back into the screen, foul for strike 1. 0-1 the count. And sometimes as a team, you just need to remember, okay, we've got 2 outs. We just need to concentrate on the third one. And we need to try to keep the runner from scoring if possible, but get that third out. And a swing and a foul tip for strike 2. So Daphne Urahara, 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. They want to try to get out of it without any runs scored by Artesia for sure. And again, Aguilar sends it foul well off into the parking lot, off to the right. And just a little bit late on that, Daphne Urahara doing a good job varying her speeds here. Keeping the batter a little bit off center. Oh, and a floater, a great changeup, floating right across the plate. Aguilar just couldn't untrack to be able to do anything with it. Call strike 3 and a beautiful strikeout, and a great time for it for Daphne Urahara. That is her first strikeout of this game, and so Artesia gives it a try. They leave 2 on, but no runs cross. So in the bottom of the first inning, no runs on 2 hits, no error on 1 hit, that is, no errors, and 2 left on base. We'll go to the top of the second inning, scoreless. We'll be back with more Ladycats softball on Lovington Sports
Attention
YouTube,
shoppers.
HobbsAmerica.com.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
And the bottom of the first inning, Artesia threatens, but they do not score. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. 2 left on base. We go to the top of the second inning, and number 10, Sienna DePorto up first. And she hits a grounder over to first base, touched and done. So just like that, 1 pitch, 1 out. And that brings up number 7, Annalise Chavarria, left fielder, to the plate. So DePorto with a grounds out to the first base, unassisted. And Chavarria up and strike 1. So the count 0-1 on Chavarria. Lovington again just needs to make contact with the ball, get on, then worrying about getting around. Timely hitting to get in. And that ball is going to be low and inside for ball number 1. 1-1 the count on Chavarria. 1 out here, top of the second. We are scoreless, by the way, as Artesia won the first of the doubleheader 5-1. Lovington get back and win this one. Even things up today. Swing and a miss, as that was a riser, and Chavarria cut about a foot under that for strike 2. 1-2 the count. Lovington just trying to get on. And Apodaca gives her the fastball. And Chavarria catching the end of the bat with it, playing protect the plate mode. Fouls it off to the right. Count remains 1-2. I mentioned, Crandall certainly a standout pitcher, but Apodaca has skills too. And that's going to be outside for ball number 2. So 2-2 the count on Chavarria. 1 out. Lovington looking for base runners. Looking to get on the board. And cracks at this one. It's a grounder. It goes to first. Martinez knocks it down, and then Morrison coming over, picks it up and fires to her for the second out. So again, Chavarria getting around late on all the balls that she swung at, and that one stays fair, but ends up being an out. So that's actually scored 4-3 for the second out. And Daphne Urahara, the pitcher in this second game, coming up to the plate. So Lovington looking to get a 2-out rally going. Daphne Urahara trying with that swing, but it's a miss and a strike. So 0-1 is the count on Urahara. It's Lovington looking to get base runners on in this one. And again, they need to just come up to the bat and not be intimidated. You can almost feel the weight of the history between these two teams every time a Lovington batter steps into the box. And that is a swing and a miss for strike 2. 1-2. And Lovington just, I think, feels like the little engine that could a lot of times, and that they're just chugging along, never quite getting enough to beat Artesia. A little dribbler back to the mound, and Wapadaka picks it up, throws to first. So third out, 1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We're going to go to the bottom of the second, still scoreless here. We'll be back with more Ladycats softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy, located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle's new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that helps keep your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington, your Napa Auto Store.
Everybody, let's get into it. Get stupid. Get started.
And welcome back to Artesia, as in the top of the second inning, Lovington not able to get anything going. 3 up, 3 down means they are going to have to wait till their next at-bat to try to get some more score on the board. In the meantime, they're going to try to control Artesia and keep them scoreless. They managed to do that in the top of the first and the top of the second. It'll be number 7, KJ Ray, your third baseman, up to bat, leading things off for the Lady Bulldogs. First pitch comes in outside and high for ball number 1. So 1-0 the count. Again, Lovington going to have to keep, just have a very nice, tight defensive game in this one again against Artesia. Swing and foul it back off to the right for strike number 1. So Artesia, of course, looking to do what they did. Lovington faced 5 batters in the first at-bat for Artesia. Again, swing and hitting right off the end of the bat, swinging just a little bit late, fouling it off to the right for strike 2. Daphne Urahara got a strikeout in that first at-bat against Artesia for the third out. Oh, Ray really wanted to go for that one, but it was outside for ball number 2. 2-2 the count on Ray, your leadoff batter. McKaylee Morrison on deck, and Madison Martinez in the hole. Swing and a miss, and the throw down to first gets her. So strikeout number 2 for Daphne Urahara. And
number 11, the second baseman.
That's going to bring up number 11, McKaylee Morrison, playing second for Artesia. 2 strikeouts for Urahara, 1 walk. As Artesia got 2 base runners on in their first at-bat, but could not bring them around. And Lovington wants to shut things down as early as they can, quickly as they can. Artesia, of course, wanting to get base runners and move them around. First pitch is going to be strike on the outside corner. And a swing and a miss. A pitch almost like it. Daphne Urahara taking just a little bit of speed off of that one. Morrison giving it a cut, but came up swinging empty. Third pitch is going to be just a little too outside. Morrison looked at it, didn't offer on it. 1-2 your count. And Madison Martinez waits on deck, and Jenna Whitmire in the hole for Artesia. It is the bottom of the order. And that's also going to miss outside and low, although the ump gave it a hard look.
Pretty close there.
Yeah, 2-2. Martinez batting 8th for Artesia. And again, high and outside to run the count full. Morrison. So Daphne Urahara needs to dig deep, reach down, try not to lose this batter. There it is. And swing and a foul off to the right, out into the parking lot. So the count remains full as Morrison fighting off that pitch. Swinging just a little late on everything so far. And Urahara varying her speeds. Looks like she brings heat on this one and hits the outside corner and gets her looking. So third strikeout for Daphne Urahara, and is the second out. That's going to bring up number 10, Madison Martinez, playing first for Artesia. So with 2 outs, Lovington can try to get this third out, get back to the dugout and get their own bats swinging. Try to get something started. We are scoreless here in the top of the second inning. We got a good one going on, and that was a good pitch. Beautiful. Outside corner painted that one for strike one. So 0-1 on Martinez. Stands fairly populated for an Easter weekend game. A swing and a foul well out of play off to the right means strike 2 on Martinez. So Urahara 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. Of course, that's what happened last time. She got the first 2 batters, and then Apodaca stood up, hit a double, ended up getting 2 on base, and there's a little line drive. It goes right out to first base. Bell makes 1 step to the right and snags that for out number 3. So a pop to the first baseman means 3 up, 3 down for Artesia. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We're going to go to the top of the third inning, still scoreless, and we'll have more Ladycats softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
The Lovington School District encourages you to support our local youth. Lovington Wildcats fight through difficulties with perseverance and grace. Lovington has the best school district in Lee County and are Wildcat proud. The Lovington School District thanks everyone for the tremendous support and understanding as we continue to learn and grow through the ever-changing times. So listen up and join in as the Lovington School District says, "Good luck, Wildcats. We are so proud of you."
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
In the bottom of the second inning, Lovington handled Artesia, sent him back out to the field, 3 up, 3 down. So we go to the top of the third, still scoreless in this one. I'm Dawn Morgan along with TJ Miracle in Artesia, the second of a doubleheader. Artesia won the first 5-1. Lovington is at bat with Layla Hernandez at the plate. She is number 5, your shortstop. And the first pitch is in, and it is a strike. So 0-1 the count on Hernandez. The bottom of the order, Hernandez bats 8th for Lovington. On deck is Anahi Reyes, and then in the hole, Avery Marquez, your leadoff hitter. A swing and foul back to the screen for strike 2. So Hernandez also swinging just behind the pitches, and Of course, Apodaca on the mound for Artesia. Aguilar behind the plate. Martinez at first, Morrison second, Reyes at third, Crandall at short, Whitmire in left, Morrison center, Warren in right. Third pitch comes in and swing and foul back to the screen again. Count remains 0-2. Hernandez tough at the bat. She's hanging in there protecting the plate, but needs to get the bat around just a little sooner. Go ahead and make the commitment. I still feel so many of the batters for Lovington standing up in the box and just immediately you get this very defensive vibe from them. Instead of an aggressive, an I can hit this feeling, you get that very defensive swing. A swing and a miss for strikeout and first out brings up Anahi Reyes playing right for Lovington, coming up to the plate, her first plate appearance. Bottom of the order now as Lovington desperately wants to get something cooking here. They need base runners, need to get on base. Swing and a miss. And Anahi Reyes with an 0-1 count. A little late and a little under that one. If she just swings just a little sooner and gets around a little more. But Apodaca varying her speeds. And there's a swing and a line drive shot. Reaching up for it is Martinez. And Anahi Reyes robbed of a base hit there. So a pop to the right. A pop to the first baseman. Ends up with 2 outs and now brings up the top of the order, number 3, Evier Marquez, your center fielder, up to the plate. Trying to get a 2-out rally started for Lovington. Marquez, your leadoff hitter. She grounded out to the second baseman her first time up. She hits this one. It's going to fall in. A base hit for Marquez. Nice. As a little line drive over the shortstop. There was nothing Crandall could do. She reached up for it. But that was just a nice, solid base hit. It's going to put Marquez on for Lovington, TJ.
Yes, it will, and she just stayed back on that pitch. She was waiting on it and got around and poked it out there and got the little flare, got it in the wind a little bit, and that kind of helped push it over away from Crandall and into that no man's land, or in this case, no woman's land over there. So maybe they'll get a 2-out rally going with Morales.
Up at bat is number 4, Honey Morales, your second baseman, and she swings on the first one she sees, which I believe it would have been a strike, would have been called a strike, but no contact with that. So 0-1 is the count on Morales. Lovington needs to move the base runner around, and Apodaca took a little something off that, sent it over the outside corner, and Morales swung, but a little too late, caught it on the end of her bat and fouled it off to the right for strike 2. 0-2 the count on Morales. She did strike out her first time at the plate. This is her second appearance, and Lovington needs to move that runner around. Swing and a high fly. It's going to stay infield. Crandall comes under it. She's going to be able to catch it, and that's going to end the inning. So a high pop fly to the shortstop ends Lovington's chances at moving that runner around. They get no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. So we're going to go to the bottom of the 3rd inning, still scoreless. We'll be back with more Ladycats softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle's new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that helps keep your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington, your Napa Auto Store.
The Lovington School District encourages you to support our local youth. Lovington Wildcats fight through difficulties with perseverance and grace. Lovington has the best school district in Lee County and are Wildcat proud. The Lovington School District thanks everyone for the tremendous support and understanding as we continue to learn and grow through the ever-changing times. So listen up and join in as the Lovington School District says, "Good luck, Wildcats. We are so proud of you."
Welcome back to Artesia. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. And Artesia at bat at the bottom of the order. Number 14, Jenna Whitmire, left fielder, up to the plate. And the first pitch.
Ball 1.
Ball 1. 1-0 is the count now. And a nice pitch right over the center of the plate for strike 1. Whitmire crouched, looked at that, kind of flinched, didn't offer. 1-1 the count. would be good to get this batter at the end of the batting rotation. And a little blooper is going to be trouble and fall into the area right in shallow right field as Whitmire caught that on the end of her bat. She was swinging late, kind of lucky to make contact with it, I think, but it's going to fall in for a single, and it's going to put Whitmire on first and give Artesia a base runner, bringing up the top of the order now. Number 13, Riley Crandall, who pitched the first game, now playing shortstop, coming up. And first pitch is in. She swings at it, sends it off to the left, foul for strike one. So 0-1 the count on Crandall. She's a left-handed batter. One runner on, that is Whitmire. Lovington needs to contain Artesia here, keep them scoreless as they've managed to in the last two at-bats. That's going to be a ball as Crandall looks at that one, lets it go, 1-1. High and outside. And that's going to be even farther outside for ball number 2. 2-1 the count. Daphne Udahara on the mound for Lovington. DePorto behind the plate. Bell on first, Morales on second, Corral on third, Hernandez at short, Chevrolet in left, Marcus in center, Reyes in right. And a high foul is going to hit the net and roll, and then finally roll back down on the field. So 2-2 now the count on Crandall. She her timing was about right on that one, but she hit under the ball and spun it right, popped it right straight up and back. Runner on first, no outs. Bottom of the third, we are scoreless in this game. She hits that one, a hot grounder to short. Hernandez picks it up, fires to second. Oh, and they're going to say, the ump says that Whitmire slid under that and was safe at second.
Wow,
and
so just
Crandall reaches on the
out.
fielder's choice. Yeah, fielder's choice for Crandall. As Lovington, I don't think Hernandez could have fielded that any better or faster. She fielded that, came up on it, made a good throw. It's just Whitmire was speedy. Whitmire just beat her to the bag.
Yeah, just beat it out. Nothing she could do there. Hernandez made the right play, and it was a very close play, but Whitmire just showing more speed than I think anybody anticipated, and so that lets Crandall get to first with no opposition. Right. So now 2 on, nobody out, and Artesia threatening here in the third.
They are threatening to break it out here. Lovington needs to shut things down. Kenna Morrison, the center fielder, up to the plate. She grounded out to the shortstop her first time at bat, so she is 0 for 1. Runners on first and second, nobody out, bottom of the third. First pitch comes in high and outside for ball number 1. Daphne Udahara needs to settle down, settle in, keep throwing well. She's been doing a good job. And really, Artesia has not. They've been hitting shorter balls against her, fouling a lot of balls off. Strike, swing and a miss, 1-1. So Daphne is doing a pretty good job varying her speeds, varying her pitches, her placement. And Lovington has not really been able to tee off on her yet. I don't jinx that by saying it. And she shows bunt, but leaves her bat down, doesn't make contact, so strike. So now 1-2 the count.
And I spent about 3 hours last night at the baseball game complaining about bunting, and that was just kind of a half-hearted swipe at it, poke at it. If you're going to bunt, you got to commit to it. But enough about that. If Artesia does it, it's fine.
So 1-2 the count, no outs, swing, and a hot grounder again to Hernandez. She manages to knock it down, but will not have a play in time. She actually slid into it, knocking it down. By the time she got up, all the runners were safe the bag. So it's just an infield single for Morrison. So now 2 hits in this at bat, and that loads the bases up. Whitmire on third, you got Crandall over on second, and Morrison on first, and the number 3 hitter 24, Caden Apodaca, your pitcher at the plate. First pitch, she swings a high fly ball headed to shallow center. Calling her off in right is Reyes. She handles, hangs on to it, throws to the plate, not in time, so it will be a sac fly RBI A sack fly and out number 1, but an RBI for Apodaca as Whitmire scores and moves everybody else around. Crandall on third, Morrison on second, and first is empty, and that brings number 8, Zoe Warren, to the plate, your right fielder for Artesia. So Artesia scoring 1-0 now, but 1 out, and the pitch is in and catches the outside corner. Nice pitch, as sometimes it's a little hard after a run crosses on you as a pitcher. You have to regroup.
Well, and I think Morales and Reyes right there, if they decide who's going to
swing and a hit, fouled off to the right for strike number 2. So 0-2 the count.
I was going to say is if Reyes and Morales, I think if one of them calls it and takes it and they don't almost collide, I don't think that run comes in.
Right. If she had caught that and been pointed, whoever did it, if the right fielder who ended up getting it was able to throw in immediately after catching that ball, I think it would have kept the run on third. I'm not sure Crandall would have chanced it and come in. So third pitch is a ball, 1-2 the count on Warren, 1 out. Runners on second and third for Artesia. And this is going to miss just a little bit high and outside for ball number 2, but not a bad pitch in that situation to see if Warren would chase and foul it off and at least, keep her a little off balance. 2-2 the count even. 1 out, 2 on. Oh, and again, not a bad pitch in theory, but she did not bring it over the plate, so it runs the count full, 3-2 with Urahara. Just need to concentrate on the batter, on each pitch and on the batter. Brings it in. It's nice strike, and it would have been called strike, but Warren took a crack at it, fouls it off to the right for count to remain full, 3-2. Runners on second and third, 1 out. Lovington can seal things off, worry about getting another out. A little chopper over to third. Corral picks it up, throws over to first. Bell hangs on to it and gets the out. And that's the solid kind of fielding. You got to keep your head and your wits about you. And now there's 2 outs. 15, so 5-3 scored in the book.
Another run scores, though, as that did bring Crandall in, and it'll move Morrison to third.
And it will be.
But you take the out, you trade the run for the out.
Exactly. You'll take that out because, again, that is 1 run, but that was the only play you had. Holding the ball would simply have filled the bases up.
Oh, wow.
They're arguing
over
that?
At first that Bell got it and impeded her to the plate. And so that coach has argued every call.
Wow.
That might even be a little bit but
Bell
got the ball
and she was in front. She stepped on the bag, but then she reached out to tag her. I just read it as a tag. I didn't read it as a blocking the base. I read it as simply reaching out to tag her.
So, I mean, we'll see.
It's
what
an
the
umps
RBI
say.
Either way.
Yeah, it's an RBI. And but is it an out, or is she going to be able to stay at first? Warren is sitting out.
We don't have a signal. Yeah,
Warren is sitting out there on first. All right, the umps do say she is out. No impediment.
There's no way she could have been, because the first
blockage.
baseman. Well, in the first baseman, if you tag her, you have the ball. You have the right to that space.
All right, so 2 outs and 2 runs have crossed. There's a runner on third, and that brings number 15, Bubba Aguilar, the catcher, to the plate. She swings at the first one she sees, fouls it off to the right over to the Artesia dugout for strike 1. So 0-1 on Aguilar. She struck out her last time up. So 2 runs have scored for Artesia in this one, but Lovington can shut down and contain the damage here, get the third out, get back to the dugout. That's going to be high and outside for ball number 1. 1-1 the count. Daphne Urahara just needs to bear down, throw strikes. She did strike this girl out her first time up. Lovington looking to seal off the damage. Aguilar, to Hernandez at shortstop. Hernandez fields it, throws it over to Bell. Bell stretches for it, has it in her glove, and then drops the ball. So that's an E3, and that's going to score Morrison. So now Artesia is up 3-0, and Aguilar reaches on an error No, and she's the only base runner now. Brings up number 7, KJ Ray, a third baseman, up to the plate. First pitch is going to be in, and it's just a little outside for ball number 1. So, unfortunately, Lovington.
Bad time for an error.
Bad time for that. Hernandez, again, stopped the ball, took her time, made the good throw. And actually, that throw was one that Bell had to stretch for and reach for. So, it wasn't just an easy given, but it was in the glove and then dropped. So 2 balls, no strikes on Ray, 2-0 the count. Urahara, just forget about the runs, get the out. And 3 straight balls, 3-0. Got to think the take sign will be on. 2 outs here. It's the bottom of the third, and Artesia has put 3 runs across home plate in this at bat. And that is going to be, just a little high.
Wow.
That was right over the plate. Very close. But it's a walk. So that will move Aguilar over to second. Aguilar reached on an error. Ray taking the walk. That's just the second walk issued by Daphne Urahara in this game, and she has struck out 3. And that's going to bring up Michaela Morrison, the second baseman, to the plate. She swings at the first pitch she sees and fouls it off to the right for strike number 1. So Morrison with 1 strike on her. Runners at first and second, 2 outs here. We're in the bottom of the third inning. Your score is now 3-0. Artesia leading. And we went into this at bat scoreless. So Artesia has broken the ice, broken the game open a bit. And that is going to be low and inside for ball. So 1-1 is the count.
And at some point, I think Coach McCraw just needs to call the timeout and go kind of tell everybody, take a deep breath. Let's settle this little rally down and let's get out of this inning and start getting some of these runs back.
So three on the board. A swing and a miss as a nice little changeup floats over the inside of the plate. Urahara placing that one well, and Morrison decides too late to swing at it. So 1-2 the count on Morrison. She did strike out her first time up. She ran the count full before she struck out. Fended off a couple of foul balls as well. And a strikeout here as Morrison swings too late, and that is going to end the inning and get Lovington out of that jam, but not before Artesia scores 3 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 left on base. So we are going to your top of the 4th inning with Artesia leading 3-0. Back with more Ladycats softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy, located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
In the bottom of the 3rd inning, Artesia got on the board and ended up scoring 3 on Lovington. We go to the top of the 4th inning, and Lovington has some work to do, trailing this one 3-0. Number 13, Angelina Corral, is going to be up first. Corral playing third base for Lovington. She walked her first time up, got stranded on first.
And right now, Angelina, the only base runner other than Marquez that the Ladycats have had.
That's right. The first pitch is going to come in. It's a ball. So Corrales, as long as she gets on, Lovington just needs base runners. They need to get on and move around, get some of those runs back. solid hit to third base. Crandall's going to knock it down, but end up kind of bobbling a little bit, not really have a play as that ball died. It hit in front of her feet and just kind of took a funny bounce outside the foul line, the third base line.
Ray had it,
so
though,
yeah,
so I'm
she
not
did.
sure. Is that an error or a single?
I think it's an error. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's an E5 on Ray.
I think it's an E5 because she had time. And she kind of bobbled it, looked down. So Corral reaching first, and a nice long fly ball hits the fence out in right center. As Bell's hit is going to move Corral all the way down around to third. She's got a stand-up double, and this is the start to the inning that Lovington needed. As Bell's on second, Corral on third, no outs. Sienna DePorto coming to the plate. This is the heart of the lineup for Lovington, and Sienna, she was put out by first baseman unassisted in her first at-bat. She's 0 for 1, but runners on second and third, no outs. And the ball comes in a little high outside for ball number 1. DePorto flinched but didn't offer.
Now it's going to be important, and you've mentioned it, and I've mentioned it. It's important to just keep the line moving, get hits, get base runners, get these runs back.
Timely hits, smart base running. There's a nice chopper over to third. Crandall fields it, fires over to first, and she looked back, and that kept Corral on third. So unfortunately, that little blooper did not end up being able to move runners or anything. That's Ray over on third base. I said Crandall, but that is Ray. Crandall's at short. So 5-3. For the first out, runners remain at second and third. And number 7, Annalise Chavarria, left fielder up. First pitch is going to be in high for ball number 1. A lot of pop at the glove as Apodaca bringing the heat. But it sailed on her just a little bit. So 1-0 the count on Chavarria. Runners at second and third, 1 out. Lovington really needs to bring those runners in. And that's going to be low for ball number 2. Don't want to waste all of the effort getting those runners on and around. Got to have timely hitting, bring them in. They trail 3-0 at this point. So, and a swing and a hit. I think that ball was going to stay fair.
Now they're going to say foul.
Nope, foul, okay.
So we actually got a break there.
Yes, we did, because that was going to be an out, although it looked like it was going to score a run, but still, it's much better as simply a foul, which becomes a strike. So the count is going to be 2 balls, 1 strike on Chavarria. Runners remained at second and third. Yeah, that ball, of course, you roll through, you play it like it lays, and it looked like it was fair when it bounced and it went into her glove. But they're going to say that by the time it hit her glove, she was outside of the base path, outside of the line. So 2-1 the count. Chavarria back in the box, looking to bring some runners home as we have a little bit of a timeout. I don't know what the ump was concerned about, but he said, let's play.
I think that coach over in the Artesia Bulldog bench area barking again.
And that's inside for ball number 3. 3-1 on Chavarria. I guess maybe they're still arguing that ball should have been fair.
I think so. They've done that a couple of times. Anything they see that they don't like, they immediately go out and they start pleading their case.
I certainly understand that. You want to be an advocate for your team, but once the call is made, you move on. And there's a high fly ball drifting to the right. And even though Warren got on her horse, good hustle out there, it lands in the corner, and is just a long strike 2. So Chavarria with a full count on her now. Runners at second and third, 1 out. Lovington trailing. Your score is 3-0. So they are looking to get runners home. Chavarria with a full count. Apodaca on the mound for Artesia. It's the second of a doubleheader. Artesia won the first one, and that ball is going to be inside and actually hit the ground. And so that is going to walk Chavarria and load the bases. Well, that is a force on any base now. But number 12, Daphne Urahara, your pitcher, is up to the plate. She grounded out to the pitcher her first plate appearance. This is her second plate appearance. Looking out to help her own cause. Runners on every base now. They're loaded, and one out. Swings and fouls it off to the right over our heads for strike one. 0-1 the count on Urahara. Lovington really wanting to bring those runs home. It's just such a situation. You don't want to leave him loaded, and there's going to be a solid hit. It's going to die right in front of Crandall. It's short, and it's going to score one, and a real traffic jam there at third as the bell, goes sort of diving into the base, and a tangle of arms and legs there as Reyes and Crandall got tangled up.
And Crandall going to bobble that, and so that will be an E6, but it will be an RBI for Daphne Urahara and Lovington on the board.
Yep, RBI. It's going to bring in Corral, move the runners over, and Hernandez on first, or Urahara on first, rather. So an E6, or
now batting the shortstop, number 5.
E6.
Yeah, E6.
Hernandez.
I started to say it was an E5, but she actually just got tangled with Reyes. Reyes didn't create the...
And it wouldn't have been an error, but she had it in her glove, and then she dropped it, which led to the collision.
And then sort of stumbled over her own feet. It was just one of those balls that... And a nice smack over. It could have been trouble, but it's going to be caught as Crandall makes the dive over just behind second base as that ball, I think the wind kind of just caught that ball at first and then it just died. So that's going to be the second out. So Hernandez pops out to
now
shortstop for the second out. And that keeps everybody on base. At least it wasn't a double play, though.
Almost.
Yeah, it was almost, but not a double. And that brings up the bottom of the order. Number 2, Anaí Reyes, your right fielder, to the plate.
The first pitch was low for ball 1.
1-0 the count on Reyes. She popped out to the first baseman her first time up. Swings, and a little chopper right up the center is going to find its way through and bring in one. So a nice little RBI chopper. Little RBI single is going to put Reyes at first. It brings in Bell, and it moves Chavarria over to third. And now Reyes is on first, and then she goes over to, takes Urahara over on second. Did we have a courtesy runner in for Urahara? Okay. So bases are loaded, 2 outs. And top of the order, Avery Marquez up for Lovington. And that's going to be a call, strike 1 on the outside corner. So Lovington has managed to get a couple of runs in. So your score now is 3-2 here in the top of the 4th inning. Artesia can keep this going. It's going to be on the inside corner. I thought that was low and inside. And ump says, nope, it caught the corner. 0-2 is the count. Bases loaded. Artesia would love to keep this rally going and get some more runs across the plate. Swing and a high pop fly coming under. It's Morrison, your second baseman, and she handles that easily to end Lovington's dreams right there, at least for this at-bat. And not before they do send 2 across the plate, so 2 runs, and that's going to be 2 runs on 1, 2, 3 hits.
I've got 2 hits.
2 hits, all right.
Errors.
Yeah, because we call that an error. I do remember that. So 2 runs, 2 hits, and 2 errors. That's right, 2 errors, and 3 left on. They leave them loaded. So Lovington able to put 2 runs across and get a couple of runs back. We've got a tight game going on here, and we will be back in 30 seconds for the of the 4th inning as Artesia comes back up to the bat, and you're hearing and watching Ladycat Softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle's new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need to fix. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that helps keep your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington, your Napa Auto Store.
And welcome back to Artesia as Lovington's on the board, and we're back to just a one-run game here in the second of a doubleheader as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Score is 3-2, and the bottom of the order is up. Number 10, Madison Martinez, batting 8th for Artesia, coming up to the plate. Martinez swings at the first one, a little grounder over to Corral, and she throws over to Bell. So 5-3 for the first out. 1 pitch, 1 out. Can't get more efficient than that.
I was going to say, that is efficiency.
Number 14, Jenna Whitmire, batting 9th for Artesia up at the plate, and she actually instigated the breakout at bat that Artesia had in the bottom of the third, hitting a single, getting on base, and ended up crossing the plate. The first of 3 runs that Artesia scored in that at-bat, and the first pitch is going to come in, a call, strike 1. So 0-1 on Whitmire. She worked a 1-1 count before she hit that single. So Marquez, after Marquez getting thrown out. And that pitch really was not that inside. I don't know why she flinched. Didn't miss the corner by very much.
I think it had some late movement on it, and so she was moving before it completely broke.
1-1 the count, 1 out. Nobody on. That is going to hit the outside of the corner. So 1-2 the count. We actually called a couple of errors that I think the official scorekeeper did not call, but we would have called those errors if they had been on our own team. It was situational, not personal. And a long, high fly ball coming under to Chavarria, she calls it, and catches it. 2 hands. And so a fly out to left field is the second out. 2 up, 2 down so far brings the top of the order back up. Number 13, Riley Crandall, who pitched the first game and got the win 5-1 against against Lovington. Now up at the plate, she's playing shortstop in this game. First pitch she sees a long fly ball and nice line drive out between left and center. It goes to the fence, but Chavarria throws it in. It's going to be a double for Crandall. So she's on second base now. A stand-up double for her, deep center left field. So 2 outs, Crandall on second in scoring position for Artesia. Number 2, Kenna Morrison, the center fielder, up to the plate. She hits the first one she sees and fouls it off to the right, out of play. Strike number 1. Morrison grounded out to the shortstop her first time at bat. She hit a single her second time up, crossed the plate for Artesia. This is her third plate appearance. She's 1 for 2. Caden Apodaca awaits on deck. Swing and a line drive shot is going to go foul over to the left. When it left the bat, it looked like it was going to carry and end up just behind third base. But it kept tailing off, kind of curving off to the left there. So strike number 1 on Morrison. 2 outs in this one, but a runner in scoring position. Lovington would like to get out of the inning without having that score cross or any other scores cross the plate. That's going to be a little high for ball number 1. So 1-1 the count on Morrison. 2-0. 3 runs in that last at-bat for Artesia. But Lovington got 2 of those back. So 3-2 your score, and a well-hit ball out to right field. Coming in on it is Reyes, and she's got it, makes the snag. So 4 up, 3 down, and Artesia threatens but can't get one across. So we are going to go to the top of the 5th inning, and the score is still 3-2, Artesia leading. We'll be back with more Ladycats softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
The Lovington School District encourages you to support our local youth. Lovington Wildcats fight through difficulties with perseverance and grace. Lovington has the best school district in Lee County and our Wildcat proud. The Lovington School District thanks everyone for the tremendous support and understanding as we continue to learn and grow through the ever-changing times. So listen up and join in as the Lovington School District says, good luck, Wildcats. We are so proud of you.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
And welcome back to Artesia. In the bottom of the fourth inning, no runs on one hit, no errors, one left on base. And we go to the top of the fifth inning with Artesia leading Lovington 3-2. But coming up to the plate is number 4, Honey Morales. Not the top of the order. Morales batting second for Lovington. And first is, and she picks that up. A high fly ball could be trouble, and it is trouble as it was in shallow right. And running in on it was Warren. Going back on it was Morrison, and it is not caught. I really think that's just a single. It really was not reachable by either the right fielder or the second baseman.
Hit them where they ain't, and that's exactly what Honey did right there. It goes into no man's land, and nobody can get to it, so the leadoff single for the Cats.
A nice single for Morales, puts her on first. It brings up number 13, Angelina Corral. She hits the first pitch she sees. It's a grounder to second. Morrison picks it up and fires over to second. Crandall picks it off and then fires to first, not in time. So they do cut off the lead runner. Corral reaches on the fielder's choice and is on first, but one out as they throw out Morales 6-4 and then cannot turn the rest of that double play. Just not enough time. And the first pitch is hit right back to the pitcher. And there's the double. There's the double as Alexa Bell hits it right back to the pitcher. Apodaca takes it, turns around, fires to second, so it's 1-6-3 for the double play. So Lovington threatens and looks like they had a good start at that at-bat, but denied by some good fielding by Artesia. So no runs and on one hit, no runs on one hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. We're going to go to the bottom of the fifth inning. Artesia still leading this one 3-2. We'll be back with more Lovington Ladycats softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Such a promising start to that at-bat for Lovington, but they end up with no runs on one hit, no errors, nobody left on base. A neatly turned double play ends their hopes of pulling even with Artesia and maybe going ahead. So score remains 3-2, Artesia leading by 1 in the bottom of the fifth inning. First pitch is in, and it is hit by Caden Apodaca and sent out to shallow right field, where it was a hit, but then it was bobbled, and I think that we'll call that a single, and Apodaca takes second on the throw, the bobble and then the throw. So she ends up on second, and again hits the first pitch she sees and brings up number 8, Zoe Warren, your right fielder, to the plate. She was thrown out by third base last time up. She walked her first time up and got stranded. Her third plate appearance, she hits at the first one she sees, and it fouls off over beyond the Artesia dugout for strike one.
Yeah, and she is officially 0 for 0. She walked in the first, then had the sacrifice in the third with an RBI. But her third plate appearance, as you mentioned.
And she hits this one. It's a long, long ball, and it hits the fence in deep right and is going to score one. and going to put her on second base. So an RBI double.
15, the catcher,
An RBI double for her. Scores Apodaca and increases Artesia's lead by 1. So now it is 4-2 your score. Zoe Warren out on second base. Number 15, Bubba Aguilar, the catcher, up to the plate. And she swings and fouls that one off to the right for strike number 1. And here we are in the bottom of the 5th inning, and it seems like Artesia's bats are heating up. They are figuring out Urahara to a better degree, or a more successful degree now. Swing and a hit out to shallow right field again. Reyes comes in on it, makes a good stop, and a throw into Bell to keep Warren at third. Aguilar will get a single. So runners at the corners for Artesia. No outs. And KJ Ray coming up to the plate.
And they're still getting around late on Daphne, but they are starting to pick her up. I think you're right. Everything they've hit so far has gone to the right
field
side. And it's all pretty much gone into no man's land out there.
So KJ Ray up to the plate, and the first pitch is going to be in, and it's going to be a ball. So ball 1 on Ray. She struck out first time up, walked her second time. Runners at the corners, no outs. 1 run across the plate so far in this at-bat for Artesia. 4-2 your score. Artesia leading. She shows bunt and lays a beautiful one down. It is going to score 1, and she's going to beat out the bunt and move the runners. A throw down to second, not in time, as scrambling back was Aguilar. So Warren scores on the sack bunt, but it's not a sack because actually Ray, because it was Ray. I said it was not a sack. Ray gets a single out of it. So a bunt single.
Yeah, they ran the squeeze play, the safety squeeze. You don't see that often anymore, but they ran it to perfection, and so now Morrison to the plate.
And no out still. Michaela Morillon is your batter. Morillon cuts at the first one she sees and fouls it off for strike 1, 0-1. She struck out twice in this one. It's her third plate appearance, so she has runners at first and second now. Artesia has scored twice in this inning, or twice in this at-bat, rather, and the score is 5-2. They lead Lovington by 3.
4 consecutive hits, too.
It's going to be outside for ball 1. 1-1 on Morillon. Runners at second, as Artesia has hit 3 singles and a double in this at-bat. There's a grounder over to second. Morales knocks it down, fires to Bell at first in time. A nice play as Morales had to get down on her knees, dive for that, and then pick it up. So Morillon 4-3, first out, but the runners do move. That's Aguilar on third, Ray on second, and Madison Martinez, your first baseman, up to the plate. She grounded out to third base and popped out to first base. Her 2 plate appearances. This is her 3rd time at bat. Runners at second and third. And she hits the first one she sees. It goes off the end of her bat over to the right. Foul ball for strike 1. 0-1 the count with 1 out. 2 runners on, second and third. 2 runners across in this at-bat for Artesia. And there's another foul back to the right. So 0-2 is the count. Artesia scored 3 in the 3rd inning, and now 2 so far in this bottom of the 5th. 1 out. Martinez with an 0-2 count. Nice changeup. It's going to be a little floater, and that, and Hernandez goes for the plate. I think I might have just thrown to first on that.
Yeah,
just
trade
try
the run for the out.
Yeah, trade the run for the out. Go for the easier out because the throw was good, but it wasn't in time. So she fielded it well. She threw it well, but it was not in time. So Aguilar scores. Ray moves over to second, and Martinez is safe at first.
Actually, Ray at third now.
And Ray at third, yes. I'm sorry, Ray at third. I marked her over to third, but I said second while I was marking her on third base. Jenna Whitmire, that is, at the plate. First pitch is in. It's going to be a ball, so 1-0. So still just the one out. Runners at the corners for Artesia at first and third. It's Ray on third, Martinez at first. 3 runners have crossed. 1 out, Whitmire with a 1-0 count. She shows bunt, leaves her bat down. It is a strike. Makes no contact with the ball. I have to say
Coach
that
Polito trying another squeeze.
Yeah. I have to was a textbook bunt. It really was beautiful. I have to give credit where credit's due, even though it was to the detriment of Lovington. And that's going to be high and outside for ball number 2. 2-1 the count now.
And Martinez moves down to second.
So runners at second and third now. And that's going to hit the outside corner. Yes. 2-2 the count. Nice pitch from Daphne Urata. This is not a disastrous inning if they can go ahead and try to get the next 2 outs and get out of the inning. That's going to run the count full. It's outside for ball 3. So runners at second and third. 3 have crossed the plate so far in this at-bat. It is 6-2 now, your score. Lovington needs to shut it down. There's a high pop fly coming under to Morales. She catches it, hangs on to it for the second out, and the runners stay where they are. So a pop to 4 for the second out. Brings up top of the order, number 13, Riley Crandall, your shortstop. Back to the plate. She hit a stand-up double and got stranded her last time up. Hit into, she had a fielder's choice her second time at the plate, and she was thrown out her first time at the plate. So she really is.
And they're going to intentionally walk Crandall.
And they're going to load the bases. So there is a walk. Crandall takes first. Kenna Morrison, your center fielder, up to the plate with bases loaded now. 2 outs, a force on any base. They're gambling just a little bit, playing the percentages here by giving the intentional walk to Crandall. And Morrison cuts at the first one she sees, fouls it back to the right for strike number 1. So 0-1 is the count. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Artesia has put 3 across the plate so far in this at-bat. 2 here in this bottom of the 5th. That's going to, just miss the outside corner.
Sienna tried to frame it up, but the ump went, don't think so on that one.
I have to agree. I think it was on the edge, but just outside. And this Urahara brings that one in a little closer, but it's a little lower. And there's a throw down as DePorto trying to catch Ray off base down there. Ray scrambles back in time. But 2-1 is now your count on Morrison at the plate. With bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Lovington trying to get out of this without any more damage done. And there's a ground ball just out of range of Morales, going to find itself out into right field. Reyes makes the stop and the throw, but not before 2 more cross the plate. As Ray comes in, Martinez is able to score from second, and that puts Morrison on first with a 2 RBI single. And the inning just keeps going. Brings up number 24, Caden Apodaca, the pitcher, up to the plate. And now Artesia has batted around, and that's in the air. That's going to find its way up straight up the middle in shallow center. And it's going to score 1. And it is going to move the runners around. So scoring was, Crandall, that's right. She reached on the walk and now scored. Kenna Morrison is going to move all the way over to third on that. Apodaca gets the RBI single and is on first. So runners at the corners again, 2 outs. Still 2 outs. Some of this damage has been done with 2 outs. You hate to see that. Zoe Warren, right fielder, up to the plate. She had the RBI double her first time up across the plate. And what has seemed like an endless at-bat for Artesia. That's going to be outside for ball number 2. 2-0 the count on Warren. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, 6 across the plate for Artesia in this at-bat. It's 9-2 now. A hit straight up the middle, almost where the last one was. So in shallow center, it falls in, and that's going to be an RBI single for Warren. Going to put her on first, and it brings
15,
Morrison in from third. So Apodaca moves to second. Warren is on first. Number 15, Bubba Aguilar, your catcher, is up to the plate now, as Artesia has batted around +2. First pitch is going to come in and hit the outside corner for strike number 1. Again, 2 outs. You just concentrate on getting 1 out. Kind of just block out what's happened and worry about this batter and this out. It's going to miss outside for ball number 1. 1-1. Lovington can't go back and change the damage done. All they can do is worry about trying to get this third out, get out of the inning, and seal it off without any more damage and get the dugout. Get the bat swinging, try to get some of those runs back. That's going to be high for ball number 2, although I thought that was a pretty good-looking pitch.
Yeah, it was pretty close.
2-1 the count now. Runners at first and second. 2-1 the count. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 2.
And I think Aguilar may be a little bit antsy up there because the potential winning run is sitting out on first base.
Yeah, it's 10-2 now, your score. And it's a 10-run rule after 5 innings. And that's going to be a little bit low for ball number 3. It's going to run the count full on Aguilar. She struck out her first time at bat. She reached on an error her second time. She hit a single and crossed the plate earlier in this at-bat. And she knows she does have runners at first and second. And there's a long, high fly going back under it. And it's going to hit the fence. Marquez trying to drift back enough to get it and can't reach it. So that's 2 runs across the plate. And Aguilar sits on second. And that's the game as 2 runs come across. And it's 12-2. 12-2, your final score here on a run rule game here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 12-2, your final score. We'll be back to wrap this one up. We'll have more Lovington Ladycats softball on Lovington Sports YouTube at HobbsAmerica.com.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle's new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that helps keep your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington, your Napa Auto Store.
The Lovington School District encourages you to support our local youth. Lovington Wildcats fight difficulties with perseverance and grace. Lovington has the best school district in Lee County and are Wildcat proud. The Lovington School District thanks everyone for the tremendous support and understanding as we continue to learn and grow through the ever-changing times. So listen up and join in as the Lovington School District says, good luck, Wildcats. We are so proud of you.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Nowell Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Nowell Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Nowell Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle's new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that helps keep your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington, your Napa Auto Store.
The Lovington School District encourages you to support our local youth. Lovington Wildcats fight through difficulties with perseverance and grace. Lovington has the best school district in Lee County and our Wildcat proud. The Lovington School District thanks everyone for the tremendous support and understanding as we continue to learn and grow through the ever-changing times. So listen up and join in as the Lovington School District says, good luck, Wildcats. We are so proud of you.
And welcome back as we wrap up the second of a doubleheader, and it was a 12-2 run rule game, but Artesia did not break it out until that bottom of the fifth inning. We went into that bottom of the fifth inning, and your score was 3-2, Artesia leading just by 1, and they really broke it open and ended up with the 12-2 run rule win in the second one. They won the first one as well, but let's wrap up this one as Lovington got 2 runs on 4 hits. They left 4 on base. They commit 1 error, and Daphne Urahara was your pitcher for the entire game. She struck out 3 and walked 2. And for Artesia, they got 12 runs on 13 hits. They left 6 on base. They commit 2 errors, and your pitcher was Apodaca for the entire game. Apodaca ended up with 2 strikeouts and issued 1 walk. And there were no out-of-the-park home runs in this one. Lovington was able to contain Artesia's hitting for the most part. Artesia got 3 runs in the third inning and then ended up getting the rest of their runs in that bottom of the fifth inning to end the game just a little bit early, TJ.
Well, it certainly was. But Lovington's got to put it behind them now as they're in second in district. They're still, doing okay. And just get ready for Tuesday in Goddard.
Yeah, they've got 2 losses in district now. They're 4-2, their district record. And Artesia, of course, sitting in district with no losses at all. And as you said, Lovington just needs to put these 2 behind them. Know that they played 2 very solid games. They just ran into those buzzsaw innings, those buzzsaw at-bats where it just became a snowball effect, and they ended up losing it. But they played very tight until those breakout nightmare at-bats just allowed for Artesia to overtake them. The final score in the first game, again, was 5-1.
Yes.
Artesia winning that one, and then winning the second one, 12-2. So Artesia, Lady Bulldogs taking both ends of the doubleheader here on this Saturday before Easter in Artesia. So we will wrap things up and move on, and the next Lovington Ladycat games
will be on Tuesday in Goddard. Our Patrick Alexander will handle those games. We'll be on assignment, so he'll have that for you at 4:30 on Tuesday afternoon from Goddard. And then we'll be back with you next Saturday from Portales.
All right. So for TJ Miracle, I'm Dawn Morgan saying so long and good luck to our Lovington Ladycats in their next endeavors. They lose these 2, but they will move on to play again and hopefully win more games as they continue their quest to make the playoffs and for the best district record they can. And Artesia, of course, continues to motor along at the top of the district standings. So that does it from Artesia. Thanks for listening. You've been listening and watching to Lovington Lady Wildcat Softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. Goodbye and happy Easter weekend.